what I'm doing there is exercise numbers 1, when I pull up and I stop. I'm doing exercise number 2, barely moving, the slow ride. And exercise number 3, believe it or not, because like right there on that right turn, as I'm turning the handlebars and I lose my balance a little bit, in other words, I'm trying to lean my weight a little bit to the right, the motorcycle starts to fall to the left. So I have to turn the handlebars to the left to kind of compensate for that. And in that moment, the motorcycle is not moving. I'm trusting and believing. And then when I feel the motorcycle starting to fall to the right, that's when I open up the clutch. Remember, you hear my throttle the whole time, so I'm keeping it loaded the whole time. So when I need that power, it's there. Trust and believe. Real trust and believe. Start from up here. Actually, throw some more. So now, I'm going to start with the handlebars turn. And basically, this is trust and believe. I'm going to have to let the motorcycle fall because I don't have room to go straight. And remember, leaning the motorcycle is going to increase the turning radius, and I need that lean. Of course, I'm going to preload. I'm gonna put my clutch right before the sweet spot too. All right, last time. All right, so what I'm doing there is I'm keeping it loaded, right? You can hear that. And I'm always concentrating on the sound to make sure I have that power there if I need it. I'm using the rear brake to control my speed. And sometimes you see my bike going like this. I tell you guys, I don't want the bike moving herky-jerky. But sometimes that helps me, you know. That's why I tell you all the time. It depends on what you're doing, all right? So this is me practicing exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. Something I definitely want you guys to practice. Something we'll be practicing here today. All right, intro. Good, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Very nice, I'm looking at the camera. Very nice, good, good, good. See guys, that's an example, and that's why we go over this, of making a U-turn and then coming to a stop, but being able to right the motorcycle and make sure the handlebars are pointing straight. You keep those handlebars turned when that motorcycle stops, especially if you're a front brake grabber. That motorcycle is probably going to go down. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. All right, that's the name of my YouTube channel. For those of you that have never been here before, I want to welcome you from my preloaders and V.I.Preloaders. Welcome back, guys. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me, and you know this by now, or at least you should. All right, guys, practice session number 52. Going to be a beautiful day here today in Pooler, Georgia. For those of you that don't know, this is where my practice sessions are. And also, for those of you that don't know, my name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. Did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years spent with the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit. So the main purpose of this channel is to help you. I want to help you be the boss of your motorcycle. And when I say your motorcycle, I mean your motorcycle, whatever kind of motorcycle you ride, this applies. And being the boss of your motorcycle simply means not being intimidated by it at slow speeds. And we focus on slow speed riding, 1 to 10 miles per hour on this channel, because that's the speed range that most motorcycle riders are extremely intimidated by their motorcycle. And that's why you see them putting their feet down when they slow down. And that's why they hate coming to a stop, because once you slow down in that speed range, yeah, it's all on you to balance this motorcycle, any kind of motorcycle that you ride. All right, so that's what we're doing out here today. This is practice session number 52, as I stated. And we come out here and we practice and practice and practice, and we focus on being able to control this motorcycle at slow speeds, making right turns, left turns, and the infamous U-turn. And listen, guys, we don't do stunts. We don't do tricks. The purpose of this channel is not to get you to ride like a motor officer or anything like that for a competition. There are people that aspire to do that, and that's fine. And that's when one of the C words on this channel comes into play, because that's another goal of this channel. The first C word, confidence. Once your confidence starts to go up, everything else will follow, right? So that's the first step, right? There's no arrogance on this channel. There's no negativity. There's no judgment. None of that silliness, right? No name calling, none of that, right? If you don't know how to do something, I'm not going to call you a name because you don't know how to do it. But what I am going to do is try to give you some simple steps that you can follow, and then learn that this is really not that complicated. It really isn't. And once you start learning it and feeling better about yourself, that's where the confidence comes in. That's the first C. The second C, consistency. You can't practice once a month, right? And remember, practicing doesn't mean you have to be out here for hours. Every time you ride your motorcycle, practice is a state of mind. You have to say to yourself, all right, I'm going to practice like I was just doing. Before I pull off from this curve, let me practice some right turns and some left turns. Let me practice some U-turns. All right, guys, and I want you to think about this. When you see somebody making a U-turn, and a nice U-turn on the motorcycle, it always catches attention. Why is that? Well, that's because the majority of motorcycle riders are not comfortable doing it, don't know how to do it properly, right? I'm not exaggerating when I say only 2% of the motorcycle population knows how to actually ride their motorcycle proficiently at slow speeds. It might be even lower than that if we consider every single motorcycle rider on this globe. All right, so, but this is important stuff that we're learning. It's extremely important, and it's important that you guys understand that. Now, I'm not talking to my preloaders and V.I.Preloaders because they already understand that. That's why they are preloaders and V.I.Preloaders. And for those of you that don't know what a preloader is a motorcycle rider that is dedicated to being proficient in slow speed motorcycle operation, and they are subscribed to Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. Those two things make you a preloader. And if you don't know what preload means, preload, right? You can go to my website, click on the FAQ, and there's some questions and answers in there. And one of them is what does preload mean? What's a preloader and stuff like that. Anyway, preload simply means throttling your motorcycle, getting your RPMs to wherever you think they're comfortable on your motorcycle. It shouldn't be too high and it shouldn't be too low, right? I'm usually at about 2,000, maybe 2,100, sometimes a little less. And preload, that's preloading the throttle. And keep it loaded means keep it there. There's that other C. Consistency. Consistently keep your throttle loaded, right? That's what you should be doing. Listen to it. all right? And that's what you focus on. That's what preload and keep it loaded means. And it's simply, that's it. Doesn't involve your brakes or anything else. It's your throttle. So that's what we do on this channel. That's what we do out here in Pooler, Georgia, practice sessions. If you're interested in coming out here and practicing with me, go to my website, click on where it says practice information. It'll tell you everything you need to know. I also do private lessons for people that don't want to be in a big group environment. They want some one-on-one training. Same location out here in Pooler, Georgia. I do travel as well within reason. If that's something you're interested in, just click on where it says private lessons. All right, guys? All right, so listen, we got 1 through 9 out here today, and a bonus, and a slow ride, and follow the leader. I think I got about 6 V.I.Preloaders coming out here today. So we're going to get to it. I haven't warmed up yet. I just did that little warm up with exercise number 4, but I didn't do the rest of them, so I'm going to do that as well. I'm not going to record that. All right, guys, so you guys know what's going to happen when the V.I.Preloaders get here. We're going to meet them, talk to them, find out who they are, where they're from, what kind of motorcycle they ride, how long they've been riding, and how long they've been practicing slow speed riding. That's always the most important question as far as I'm concerned. And how they rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best in slow speed maneuvers on their motorcycles. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, guys, the V.I.Preloaders pulled up. We're almost ready to go. Of course, we're going to talk to them first. I'm going to let you know right now, we got 3 Indians here, 3 Harley Davidsons. I'm not counting Angel. And we got a Yamaha coming out of that trailer. All right, let's talk to them. What's your name, dear?
Deborah Wright.
Deborah, where you from?
I'm from Charleston, South Carolina.
And you rode here today?
Yes, I did.
Ah, beautiful. So proud of you. Okay, how long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Over 15 years.
And you started on a sport bike, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and what are you riding now?
I'm riding a Indian Chieftain, 2021 Indian Chieftain.
How long have you been riding this bike?
A couple of months, not very long.
Okay, and very nice bike. You guys can see how low it is, but we're going to take care of that. Deb actually did a private lesson with me, and her husband took this bike out in the parking lot. I actually let him take my bike as well. And just making a slight turn, those pipes are touching the ground. So I told her, it's too low. You know, it's too low. But she's going to take care of it. All right. Here's the most important question. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding?
From the time, I say, about a couple of weeks when I came to do that private lesson with you. That's when I started.
Okay, good. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
0.
Okay, that's good. And lastly, why are you here today?
Because I want to learn how to be the boss of my bike.
Beautiful. Oh, the answer don't get no better than that. All right. What is your name, sir?
Peoples.
All right, everybody meet Peoples.
Finesse the Challenger.
That's your name, okay. And your name?
Crystal.
Crystal.
AKA Mrs. Finesse.
Ah, Mrs. Finesse. Okay, so you guys are married.
Yes.
And Finesse the Challenger is a nickname, is
My YouTube channel. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook as well.
same name?
Same name, all one word.
Love it, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful perspective. Check out his channel. Definitely good stuff, all positive stuff, all Indian stuff,
Yes,
for the
sir.
most part, right? And that's what we definitely need some representation for Indian motorcycles as well. All right, where you guys from?
I'm from Texas.
You?
I'm from New York City.
There we go. So we'll talk to her. Where do you guys live now?
So we're in Guyton, about 20 minutes away.
Beautiful. Okay. How long have you been riding a motorcycle, Finesse?
On and off since 2003.
Mrs. Finesse?
Less on, more off, also since 2003.
Okay, good. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding, Finesse?
I've been practicing slow speed since about April.
Mrs. Finesse?
About a month.
Okay, good. And you guys, Finesse, this is not the first time he's on the channel. He's been to several practice sessions. And if you watch the practice sessions, as a matter of fact, we were watching them in our house. And he can clearly see the difference in his riding and his confidence. So
Night and day.
that's what this is all about. It's all about. All right, tell me what you're riding today. Because I heard it from 3 miles away.
Yeah, I'm on a 21 Indian Challenger Dark Horse.
Okay, and this is right here.
Yep.
Finesse and I did a video comparing the CVO Road Glide to the Challenger. People were like, it would have been a fairer comparison if you did the Elite. It wasn't that kind of comparison video, you know. Most people got that. Beautiful bike. Mrs. Finesse, what are you riding?
I'm on a 22 Super Chief Limited.
Ah, yes. Very nice motorcycle. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How would you rate your slow speed skills, Mrs. Finesse?
I think I started at a -2. I might be at a +2 now.
Okay, a +2. How about you, Finesse?
I think 4.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
All right, whatever. Give me the mic.
Yeah.
He's not
He's
a 4.
understating.
He is. All right, I would have taken that number a while ago, but not now. All right, Jeff, what's your name?
Jeff.
Where you from?
Here in Savannah.
Okay, good. How long have you been riding the motorcycle?
30 years?
How long have you been practicing slow speed?
Since November.
Okay, and Jeff's good. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. What are you riding today, Jeff?
I've got a 2020 Road Glide Limited.
Ah, the Bandit. There she is.
With the tour pack on this time.
Ah, the tour pack on this time. You're right. You didn't have this before on it. And the first time I saw his motorcycle, I thought it was an ST model because of the gold wheel, but no. And that's why I call him the Bandit. Right. Beautiful bike. Sounds good, too. Nice and throaty. Jeff, thank you for your service. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How would you rate your slow speed skills?
It's still a strong 5. I'm pushing that 6. We'll see. If I can get to the top of the Snowman,
Uh-oh.
make it a 6.
Well, you can get to it. If you get through it, that's the whole thing. And why are you here today?
Be the boss of the bike.
There we go. That's what I want to hear, man. All right. The Finesses. I'm sorry. I forgot to ask you. Why are you guys here today?
Here to be the boss of our bikes.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you. Listen, if that's not your answer, that's fine. No pressure. What's your name, sir?
Brian Morris,
Brian, where you from?
Brunswick, Georgia.
Brian, how long have you been riding the motorcycle?
A motorcycle?
Yes.
Since I was about 8, so about 40 some odd years.
Good. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding?
2 weeks.
Beautiful. And what are you riding today?
2008 Harley Road King.
And Brian told me when he came today, I said, hey, Brian. He was like, ah? He couldn't hear me because of these fishtails. And he wasn't joking. He could not hear me. But he already told me, correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, you're going to do it. You just got this bike 2 weeks ago?
Correct.
And you got a bunch of plans on stuff you're going to change.
Absolutely.
Paint, everything.
Yep.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How would you rate your slow speed skills?
I'll let you know in about 4 hours. Very low, about a 1.
About a 1. Okay, I'm not buying the 1. And why are you here today?
To be the boss of my bike.
There we go. It's almost like, guys, I promise. I didn't ask them to say this. What's your name, bud?
I'm David.
David, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Anybody else, if I didn't say it, thank you for your service. Garnett, Finesse the Challenger. Everybody's a veteran except me.
You're a veteran. You're a veteran.
I'm an
of course.
NYPD veteran. It's different.
Yeah, that's still service.
Yeah. I wish that it's really not true. It's really. I drove fast cars and rode Harley Davidsons for the most of it. So. People say that all the time, but when you got lights and sirens on a marked motorcycle, it's so easy to ride. People just get out of your way, right? All right, Dave, where you from?
I'm from Gainesville, Georgia.
Okay, and how long have you been riding the motorcycle?
Since September 2020, so going on a couple years.
And you've been here before, right?
Yes.
And you've been here a number of times.
I've been here about 3 times.
I feel like every time you come, you're probably going to have a different motorcycle, so we're going to talk about that. Did I ask you how long you've been riding?
Yeah, since September of 2020.
How long have you been practicing slow speed riding?
Since September of 2020.
That's what I like to hear. Yes. And what kind of motorcycle are you riding?
Today I've got my FGR 1300.
All right, guys. I just want to show you something. Okay, so look. This is where everybody's motorcycles are parked, right? Now look where Dave is parked. Look at this. The Harleys and the Indians, we don't mind. We'll play with you. What do you got here?
Yamaha FGR 1300.
And you just got this, right?
No, I got it in August of 2021. September
Really?
2020. Yeah. As a matter of fact, when we rode to South Carolina to Rodney Strong's. I
Oh,
rode it that
you
day.
were on this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm sorry. All right.
No, that's okay.
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How would you rate your slow speed skill? But you didn't do it. You haven't done slow speed here with this.
No.
Okay, that's why.
No,
All right. 1
No.
to 10. What do you give yourself?
I'd give myself probably a 5.
Okay. Okay, good. And why are you here today?
Because my son bought me dinner last night and to be the boss of my bike.
There we go. Good. All right, what's your name, bud?
Garnett,
Garnett, where you from?
right here in Savannah.
Okay, good. And how long have you been riding the motorcycle?
Off and on for about 3 years.
What are you riding today?
I got a 2019 Electric Glide
Wait, where you at? Where you
right
at?
here on the end.
Ah, now Garnett has actually been here for practice sessions as well. Initially, he was on a Fat Boy, and it was beautiful, but he rode that for a little while, and he was like, no, 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 no. I need something that's more comfortable for touring or whatever, and he bought the Electric Glide. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding on this motorcycle?
On this motorcycle, a year.
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
I'm gonna say a 3. I got some new bars I gotta get used to.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You got a new... What are those, 12s?
12s.
Yeah. All right, and why are you here today?
I want to be the boss of this motorcycle.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. All right, that's all of them. 1 through 9, bonus, follow the leader, and the slow race. Let's do it. All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to practice session number
51.
57.
52.
This is destiny then,
Why?
because on August 11th I just turned 52.
Look at that. Oh, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, guys, welcome. I already asked you guys why you're here, and I swear I didn't ask them to say that, but that's what this is about. Be the boss of your motorcycle. So some people say I'm here because I want to get better. I want to be safer. I want to have more options out there on the road. That's all synonymous with being the boss of the motorcycle. All right. Okay, so everybody here is familiar with this channel, correct? And what we do. Okay, good. That makes stuff run a little smoothly. Everybody knows what preload means. Okay, good. Practice session number 50, that wasn't the case. All right, so today what I'd like you guys to do is just humor me, all right? Regardless of what you normally do, today I want you to do what I tell you to do in this respect, right? Now, if there's something that you do and you've been doing it for years and it works, by all means, keep doing it. Unless it's something that I say, whoa, that's a disaster waiting to happen, because a lot of motorcycle riders, that's what they'll say to you. I don't need to practice, I'm good. What I'm doing works. Yeah, that's not really true, because another reason we practice is for uh-oh. That's really a big reason why we practice, for uh-oh. And to gain muscle memory, that's why we practice. So I hate to keep bringing him up, but I never say his name, but my friend that rear-ended me, he's been to a number of practice sessions, right? Let's say he's been to 4 practice sessions. What number are we at? 52. So if he's not practicing with me or by himself, does he have any muscle memory? No. And when uh-oh happened with me, all he did was what people do when they don't have any muscle memory. Oh, crap. And just hope for the best. And it didn't happen. The best was not, bam, right into me. All right? So today, everything that we do as far as moving your motorcycle, we're going to follow the same 5 steps. Right? And I'm guaranteeing you, if you ride like this all the time, everything's going to work out. Right? Prior to me saying that, let me say this. Is there anybody nervous here today? No? A little bit. Okay, good. I say this, it doesn't always help, but there's really nothing for you to be nervous about. There's no pressure here. There's no test. There's no quiz. There's no judgment. And you're not going to have to do anything you really don't want to do. Now, if I see that there's something I want you to try and you say, I don't want to do that, it all depends on what we're talking about. But for the most part, we have 9 exercises out here. If you only want to do the first 3, that's all you have to do. And see, it's happening already. I know. And you can come back and practice the exercises that we've already done on your own if you'd like. That's always an option. Okay? I want you guys to be safe out here. If you see me go like this, that just means shut your engine off. What else? We all know about the front push-up penalty. I already know Brian can't do them. If you grab that front brake today, that's a 10 push-up penalty. The word on the street is Finesse the Challenger will do them for you. So that's what I heard. That's the word on the street.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah, I heard it. It's out there.
All right. Okay. Also, I want you guys to keep in mind, like I said, we're here to learn. We're here to practice. Take your egos, throw them in the pond. All right. If you drop your bike, it's par for the course. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. However, we all know what's the answer when the bike is falling. Open up the clutch, right? Because the bike always wants to stand up with power to the rear wheel, right? We understand that. Now, we know that, but it's a whole difference between knowing it and trusting it, right? Doing it when you actually feel this bike falling. So if it happens today where the bike is falling and it's going to fall over, keep your feet on the footboards, okay? Don't put your foot out. That's what I don't want you guys to do today. That's how we get hurt, putting our feet out. Really, it's the only way you get hurt when you're practicing slow speed. I can't say it's the only way, but it's 90-something% of the time. That's how you got hurt. Now, most of us have saddlebags, saddlebag guards. So now we have a lot of weight as our foot's traveling back because we put it down, heel going up to it, and the bike's falling, and that, you know, so it's just not good. All right, don't put the foot down. Keep your feet on the footboard. Once the bike hits the ground, foot off, and let go of the handlebars. If you keep holding on, you're just going to pull the bike beyond the guards, which defeats the purpose of the guards, and that's when you scuff, you know, paint and stuff like that. All right? All right. Any questions regarding anything with that? No? Okay, good. Step number 1. What's always step number 1, Brian?
Make sure it's in first gear.
Is he correct?
Yes, Mike.
Yes, he is.
I just saw your video.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. All right? I know the Indians, it's already there, but sometimes we don't always trust the electronics and stuff, so just to be sure, boom, make sure it's in first gear. Step number 2.
Cover the brake.
Cover the rear brake. Cover it. That means put your foot on it. I have to be clear about that. Some people thought if this is your brake, cover it meant just hover your foot over it. No, we definitely don't want to do that. Then your muscle's going to be burning right here. You can rest your foot on the rear brake and it's not going to apply the brake, just so you know. But we cover it because if we need it, bam, we're already there. And that's another thing. Today, I don't know if you guys watched practice session number 50. I just put it out last night, like 9 o'clock, 8:30, I don't know. But the warm-up video I did in the beginning of that, I did that with slow music because that's what we're doing out here. We're slow dancing, right? Everything we do on the motorcycle should be subtle, right? That's how it should be. You should be one with your motorcycle. We want fluidity. We don't do anything like herky-jerky, your foot, none of that. Because especially at slow speeds, if you do herky-jerky stuff, yeah, your motorcycle is not going to like that, all right? So everything nice and easy, okay? Step number 3.
Preload and keep it low.
Yes, preload and keep it loaded. Now, Finesse the Challenger, those Tab Performance pipes sound really nice. So it's going to be very easy for him to listen to his throttle. Listen to it. Jeff, he's got that nice throaty exhaust on his Road Glide. Very easy for him to listen to it. But guess what? If you're not concentrating, it's very easy for you not to hear it. Everybody else hears it, but you're like this. You got the death grip, you know. Listen to your throttle. Preload and keep it loaded. And keep it loaded is the most important part, really. Preload is important. That's how people stall out before they move. That's not too much of a big deal. Keep it loaded is important because now you're moving, especially when we start turning. If your throttle is too low, that's when we run into problems, okay? So please, the goal is to preload, get your throttle up, and then slowly release the clutch. That's step number 4. Slowly release the clutch into the friction zone and keep it loaded because that's what happens. People open up the clutch and then they let the throttle out and you hear the engine go down. Going straight, not a big deal. Once we start making turns, that's when it is a big deal. All right. And speaking of that, when we're making turns out here, if you need to come to a stop, straighten out your handlebars, come to a stop. Don't stop with the handlebars, turn. That's how motorcycles fall. All right. And then step number 5, as soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick your foot up. I notice I didn't say feet, foot. Right. We're not duck walking today at all. All right. At all. 1 foot or 2. We're not doing it. So what I mean by that is if I'm right here and I say, all right, Dave, do me a favor, bring your motorcycle right here. Dave's gonna, it's a short distance. He might think it's okay to just keep 1 foot out like this and then, or do 1 foot like this. No, he's gonna make sure it's in first gear. He's gonna cover the rear brake. He's gonna preload his throttle and he's gonna keep it loaded. He's gonna slowly release the clutch. And as soon as he starts to move, boom, he's gonna pick that foot up. Now he's only traveling from here to here. So he's not only probably gonna be covering the rear brake, he's probably gonna be dragging it, right? You'd be surprised how much control your motorcycle has by just dragging that rear brake, all right? And that's the first exercise we're actually going to do, the short starts and the stops. Any questions? All right, all you're going to do from there to here, stop. And then from here to the next cone, stop. All right. Beautiful. Very nice. All right, you can park. Very nice. Good. Good. Start out a little slower. There we go. Woo-wee! Nice. That's what I'm talking about. All right, make sure the front wheel stops at the cone. All right, start out a little bit slower, a little bit easier on that rear brake. Good, good, good. All right, one more time. All right, good job. Now you notice Jeff's suspension is really compressing, and that's because he's not coming to a smooth stop. He's kind of jamming the brake. Nice, Garnett. Good. Keep it loaded. All right, one more time. Start off a little slower. Good, good, good. All right, good job. All right, this cone. Good. Preload. All right, start out a little bit slower. Preload. Good. Keep it loaded. So I don't know if you hear it, but that's what's happening. You're preloading. As soon as you go to move, your throttle goes down. Keep it loaded. One more time. Good, good. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. All right. Park over there. Good job. So she's taking her foot off the brake, and then when it's time for her to stop, that's why it's such an abrupt stop. That's why you want to keep your foot on the brake. Keep it covered. 1 foot. You got to have 1 foot on that rear brake. Okay? All right, coming right here. We did this, so we got this. Good. You passed the cone. All right, front wheel, stop at this cone.
The next cone?
Yep, right here. Right where I'm standing. Good, preload. Nice, one more time. Very good, all right, you can park. All right, Dave, show them how it's done. It's like stealthy. Stealthy. Good. Good. All right, start off a little bit slower, Dave. Nice and easy. All right, good job. All right, it's so telling, this exercise. We'll talk about it. All right, so that exercise, as simplistic as it may seem, is so telling, right? So we all understand that between 1 and 10 miles per hour, that's the speed range where most motorcycle riders are very uncomfortable. So people that are uncomfortable with that, they're going to deal with that in one of two ways. A, they're going to duck walk their motorcycle until they feel comfortable, and then they'll pick their feet up. Or B, they're going to accelerate quickly to get out of that range as quick as possible. So if I told you slow down a little bit when you're starting off, that's what you're doing. I also want to let you guys know that all of these exercises build on one another. And what we're doing now with that warm-up, exercise 1, 2, and 3, that's going to come into play in everything else we do out here. So get comfortable with that, and you'll get more comfortable with the rest of it when we start talking about turns and leaning and stuff like that. Okay? So I want you guys to, because it was happening with you, Chris. Remember, I told you guys, people, I tell them to preload. Remember, you're preloading your throttle before this bike even moves. You should already have your RPMs where you want them. Now, this is not something that once you get used to it, you're going to be sitting there going, okay, step 1, cover the rear brake, 2. Once you get into your muscle memory what to do, you're just going to do it, right? But we put steps on it so you don't think, what am I missing? All you got to do is follow the steps, right? Preload the throttle. Once you hear it's where you want it to be, that's when you slowly release the clutch. But what Chris did is as soon as it started to move, I heard the RPMs go down. and somebody else's motorcycle, it was Garnett. Your motorcycle is going to tell you in 2 ways if your RPMs are too low. 1, you can hear it. 2, you should be able to feel it, right? Harleys and the Indians, it's going to start shaking. Now, the Harleys are already shaking. It's going to start shaking more, right? It's letting you know it's about to stall. Dave, I don't know. I don't think that motorcycle's shaking. It's actually not. Those types of motorcycles are sneaky. You'll think you're okay, and then it'll just shut off. Then you know you were too low, right? Okay, but if you ride that type of motorcycle, you're going to get accustomed to listening to the sound and knowing this is where I need to be, all right? The next thing I want to go over with you is, all right, I'm telling you to start and stop. Now, Chris, you were doing this too. Your foot was hovering off of the brake. And when you took off, and now it was time to stop, now the stop is a little abrupt. Jeff, you were stopping abruptly too. I look at your front suspension. Now, if your front suspension is going like this, and you're stopping with the rear brake, that's letting you know you're braking too abruptly, right? It should be a nice, smooth stop. So remember, I told you in this exercise, you're dragging the rear brake. So when I start moving, I'm starting to move already on the rear brake, right? That's what's going to make me move nice and easy. But even if I let the clutch out lightly, remember, if you want to come to a smooth stop, stay in the friction zone. Now, sometimes you can come to a smooth stop. The balance all works out. Left foot down, nice and easy. And by the way, that's how you want to stop. Boom. That's how your foot goes down. That's how your foot comes up. Everything nice and easy. If you're stopping like this, every now and then that can happen. We're still on 2 wheels. But it shouldn't be the norm for you that every time it's time to stop, your heart rate goes up, right? Okay, so listen to my throttle as I'm coming to a stop. You're going to hear it elevated until I stop. Then you're going to hear it go in. That's when I'm going to pull my clutch in because now I'm good. But that's how I'm going to make sure I'm steady. So I'm starting out. I'm on the rear brake. Rear brake, rear brake. Now my RPMs go down. We already talked about it earlier. We know what we have to do if we feel, if we want to make this motorcycle stay true, we need to provide power to the rear wheel. So the same thing as if when you're stopping, you start feeling that unsteadiness, that's the we talked about. Open up the clutch a little bit, right? Go back into the friction zone, rear brake at the same time, 70% rear brake, 30% power. Come to a smooth stop, bling, that's it. Any questions? All right. Hold on. I'm coming over to you. Because I tell people are watching this all over the world, so don't think a question's dumb. Somebody's thinking the same thing. All right. I got to get my camera and show where Garnett put these. Garnett is going to be doing some crazy stuff out here today.
I was looking at that right here thinking.
He's got the guards on the top part of his engine guard. So, I mean, I don't know what he's planning on doing today, boy, but I'm glad I got the camera rolling for it.
It's not going to fit on the bottom.
It's not going to fit because of the highway pegs.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a reason to do that.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was wondering, what are your recommendations on linked brakes?
His question is, what are your recommendations on link brakes? Same thing. Same thing. Because at least the Harley Davidsons, I know for a fact, in the Indians, the link brakes are not even really active at this speed. You have to be going at least 20, 25 miles per hour for your link brakes to actually link. But even with your link brakes, there's minimal stuff that's going on with that anyway. So when I'm riding my motorcycle above 10 miles per hour, I don't touch my rear brake, ever. All I use is the front brake because this is your stopping power. And because they're linked, that's another reason why I don't have to touch it. But slow speed, rear brake only. Any more questions? All right, next exercise we're going to do is called the slow ride. So, no, I'm sorry. It's called starts and stops, but this time it's not short starts and stops. You guys are going to ride down here. When I tell you, you're going to ride toward me. Oh, that's another thing, guys. When we're out here today regarding safety, don't enter an exercise if somebody else is still in the exercise. I used to have it free-flowing out here, but there's been a few close calls, and I actually got hit by a motorcycle out in Maryland. Because, yeah, sometimes people are making a turn, and they get stuck in the turn. In my brain, I'm like, they're going to make this turn, and they're going to go straight. So I'm safe right here. But if they come around and those handlebars are locked, bam, they're coming right at me. All right. So anyway, you're going to go down here, ride toward me. I want you to get up to second gear. We're not doing emergency braking, so you don't have to be flying. I just want you to have to downshift, okay? And as you're coming toward me, there were some people out in Ohio that were going to make sure I'm not doing any push-ups. So they were on the rear brake going like 30 miles an hour. Listen, front brake, front brake, front brake, front brake, front brake. as you're coming to a stop, forget about your speed thing. I'm under 10 miles per hour. No, none of that's important. When you feel comfortable, it could be right before you stop. Off the front brake, rear brake only, boop, right? And then you're gonna make sure you're in first gear, cover the rear brake, preload and keep it loaded, slowly release the clutch, and as soon as you take off. And remember guys, the goal is to make your throttle today sound, if it was on a Hart machine, it should look like this. It should almost be a flat line. That's what you want. You don't want because if you hear that, it's too low. Okay? And remember, we play how we practice. If you get in the habit of keeping your idle low, when you get out here and start doing stuff, or you go into a parking lot someplace else, or you're in the real world, it's going to stall, and that's, you know, we don't want to do that. So we want to get in the habit of making sure it's elevated, not high, elevated, and steady. Any questions? All right, exercise number 1. Starts and stops. Excellent, you can park. And you know what? Park right here. Go around. Okay, we got Crystal here. Nice takeoff. she, do it again, Crystal, do it again. Crystal ran a stop sign. And she looked at me too as she was going by like, hey, what's up? Like butter, Dave. Park right here next to him. Looks as good as it sounds. Beautiful. I'm writing your wife a summons. Nice, Garnett. Now you hear that glug, 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 glug? I want his RPMs a little bit higher because I don't want to hear glug, 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 glug. And we should be listening for it, and when we hear it, correct it. Beautiful. All right, you can park. Cover that rear brake. Follow the steps. Cover it. Good. All right, here comes the VTL violator. That's vehicle traffic law. Right through the stop sign. License and registration, ma'am. Outstanding. All right, you can park right here. All right, let's talk about it. Deb, what gear are you in?
Neutral.
Put it in first gear. Remember, that you don't have to start it to put it in first gear. There's no reason for you to ever put your motorcycle in neutral when you're parking. Let me rephrase that. I told myself I'm going to stop saying always and never. There's exceptions to everything. But for the most part, you don't want to do that. Somebody just did a video, or put a video out, I think it was on Facebook. 2 guys parked their motorcycles in front of a hotel, and they go in, and then as the camera that picked it up is from the hotel. All of a sudden, the motorcycle starts rolling back like this, and then it just falls over. Keep your motorcycle in gear. It's the best thing it's the best, trust me. Because if you think about it, can somebody tell me a bad thing about it? Like what could happen negatively? I can tell you a bunch of stuff that could happen negative in neutral. Negative, neutral. Okay. All right. Good job, guys. License and registration, ma'am. What happened there?
I was looking for some gang signs to be thrown up for you to stop.
All right, so good. And I also want to tell you guys, I forgot to say it, make sure your head and your eyes are even with the horizon today, right? Even with the horizon. Garnett did this stop, and the whole time, I'm standing here, Garnett's just looking at me like this. What do you want? What do you want, man? I was like, you're good, man, you're good. All right, so yeah, fabulous job. All right, any questions? All right, so now we're going to do what we love, like everybody loves exercise number 3. Let me get my motorcycle. Your bike's on, dear. Finesse. Do you trust and believe that as long as you have sufficient power going to your rear wheel, that you're going to be fine? Yes, Mrs. Finesse?
Yes.
Yes. I thought she was going to say, can you repeat the question, Bob?
Yes, dot, dot, dot.
Yes, dot, dot, dot. Good answer. Garnett?
Yes.
Jeff?
I'm trying.
He's trying. That's a perfect answer. Dave?
Yes, sir.
Brian?
Absolutely.
I'm trying.
Deb? Oh, okay. She's trying. Okay. So listen, guys. What I'm finding is when people say yes, they're saying yes because they understand the technique, but they really don't trust it. And what's going to show whether you trust it or not is when you get into that moment, do you put your foot out or do you open your clutch? But that's why we practice this, okay? So it's not a big deal. Now exercises one, the warm-up, 1, 2, you can practice this anywhere. You can practice it while you're riding, not a big deal. I don't want you to practice this exercise in traffic, okay? All right. Step number 1, which is always step number 1, which is so important in this exercise, make sure you're in first gear. Step number 2, cover that rear brake. That means your foot on it. Your bike's on. Step number 3, preload your throttle and keep it loaded, right? Now 4 is going to change now. Now step number 4 is I want you to put your clutch right before the friction zone. So as you're opening up your clutch, as soon as you feel it start to move, bam, pull your hand back in, keep it right there. Don't pull it all the way in, all right? And all of us have different travels in our clutch lever. So if your friction zone starts here, go right there, okay? And in step number 5, you're just going to pick your foot up without the motorcycle moving, all right? And as soon as you feel it start to fall, open up your hand. That's going to let you know you trust and believe. But the purpose of that exercise, I don't want you to pick up your foot and then just open the clutch. I need you to feel the motorcycle falling, right? We're trying to transform your brain to when you feel, uh-oh, instead of going like this, just go like that. You're already preloaded. Now, sometimes when I'm out here doing stuff, I say this all the time. If I'm warming up, I didn't even warm up today. Oh, anyway, I'm paying very little attention to my throttle, very little attention to my clutch. Rephrase that, not throttle. Very little attention to my clutch, very little attention to my head and eyes. I don't really pay attention to that, but I pay all of my attention to what this sounds like because that's what's going to make me fall. And there's a couple of times I was in the figure 8 in Ohio and I'm riding and my throttle went way down and I got the pucker effect. But see, if I'm not listening for that, I don't even notice it. So when I finished the exercise, I asked everybody, did anybody pick up how I screwed up? Nobody picked it up, but I let them know. You didn't hear my throttle go way down? And I was on Valiant. Valiant's loud, right? Preload and keep it loaded. When you pick up your foot, as soon as it starts to fall, as soon as you feel it. Now remember, don't pop it out, right? Just open it up. Now when like I started to say, when I'm out here doing stuff, sometimes I'll raise the throttle even more. It's not necessary, but it makes me feel better to hear it. And I know if I need it, I have it. Now, if you count to 5 Mississippi and wait till this motorcycle's all the way over almost, yeah, you're going to have to pop that out. You can't be like, oh, let me slowly. No, you're going to have to do that and you might have to throttle to pick it up, right? Not a big deal. Any questions? Lastly, the C word in Preloader Nation is confidence. That's the C word. The other C word in Preloader Nation is control. I need you guys to be in control at all times. And that's including in this exercise. In the past, we would pull up to these 2 cones. People would open the clutch and boom, just fly out. We're not doing that today. When you open up your clutch and you start to move, I want you to come to a controlled stop, all right? Controlled stop. So I'm gonna do it right here. I'm not worried about hitting Finesse's bike. A, because I'm in control. B, because I'm in control, but I'm in control. First gear, cover the rear brake, reload. That's good for me. Clutch right before the sweet spot. That's it for me. Head and eyes straight ahead. Pick up my foot. See, that's an example of when I say sometimes things work out. I pick up my foot and I'm just standing there, you know, but all that means is I'm going to wait. Now, if you pick up your foot, this happens a lot. People pick up their foot and as soon as they pick it up, it starts falling immediately. Or they pick their foot up so fast that they throw it the other way. Not a big deal. It's the same exercise. As soon as you feel that, okay? Anybody need to see it again? No? Okay. I got to make sure I get a nice close-up on you. I know you love the limelight. All right, you got this? You know what you're doing?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
See what happens.
Ah, stop it.
Ready?
Yep. you go. Come to a stop. Oh, he forgot about that part. I gotta remind him. But that was good. All right, remember to come to a stop. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, warming up. Exercise number 4. All right, let's do it, Jeff. Nice. Come to a stop. Nice. Remember, don't stop at the handlebars turn. You don't want to stop at the handlebars turn. Make sure you straighten out.
Okay.
All right. You know what you're doing?
I am
Following the 5 steps. First gear. Brake covered. Preload. Keep it loaded. Clutch right before the friction zone. Give me a little more preload. Give me more. No, don't move. Yeah, keep it right there. Keep it right there.
okay.
Pick up that foot. When you feel it falling, open up the clutch. Let it out. Keep it loaded. See? You heard the throttle go down?
Yeah.
Yeah, so keep it loaded. But the good thing is, as soon as you felt that motorcycle falling, you opened up the clutch. You just didn't have any throttle. Good. Listen to that sound. Keep it there. Keep it there. Up, see, it's going down. Keep it there. Good. Good. Keep it there. Keep it there. Keep it there. Pick up that foot. Keep it there. Keep it there. Keep it there. Trust and believe. You know what, Deb? No. I was about to say, you didn't stop where I wanted you to, but that wasn't bad at all. Oh. You're right in the middle. This is fine. Stay right here. Okay. You're in first gear. I see you are. Thank you, Indian. Cover the rear brake. Preload. Keep it loaded. Give me some more. Give me some more. Okay, keep it right there. Bring that clutch right before the friction zone. Right before it. Okay, pull it in a little, No. You're pulling it right before it. I don't want you in the friction zone.
Oh, you don't want me in the
No, I want you right before it. And you're right before it because when you pick up your foot, you need to just be able to open your hand and be in the friction zone. You don't want to be searching for it. All right, preload. Preload, give me some more. Keep it right there. Listen to that throttle. Listen to that throttle. Keep it there. Clutch right before the friction zone. Keep the throttle up, it's going down. And pick up that left foot. When you feel the motorcycle starting to fall, let the clutch out. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Come to a stop. Good. Nice takeoff. Finesse the Challenger watching from afar. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. See, don't stop with the handlebars turn. All right. Wow, this is so nice. Okay, you got this? First gear. Covering the rear brake. There we go. Preload. And keep it loaded. Now let me ask you this. Why do you keep your thumb right here?
I don't know. Oscar asks me that all the time.
Whatever. If it works for you, that's fine. I was just curious. Good. Keep it just like that. Clutch right before the friction zone. And when you're ready, pick up that foot. Not that high. That's too high. Right there. That's good. When you're ready, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. You hear that sound? Listen to that sound. Keep it there. Keep it there. Pick up your foot. Keep it there. Keep it there. Preload it. Let it out. Let it out. Keep it loaded. Come to a stop. Nice and easy. All right, good. Do it again. Not bad at all. All right. This guy knows what to do. He's a veteran. Show him how it's done, Dave. Come to a stop. Supposed to come to a stop. All right, last time. Now that's an example of he let his clutch out too slow. He needed power and he wasn't giving it. So the only thing I can think of is he wasn't right before the friction zone. Nice. All right, last time. Come to a stop. Came to a rolling stop. All right, go on that last time. Make it count.
Okay.
Just remember, keep it loaded. That's the only thing you got. Everything else is good.
I know what I did last time. I let off the throttle when I was letting the clutch out.
Yep. Good. Good. Give me some more preload. Give me some more. No, you're moving. Good, keep it right there. There we go. And stop. All right, you're good. Rear brake. Straighten out. All right, shut it off. I got it, shut it off. Chris, why did her motorcycle drop?
No real. I know why it dropped.
No, I'm asking her.
Oh.
I'm sorry? That's true. However, the answer I'm looking for is the reason it dropped is because she stopped with her handlebars turned. I'm asking you because you did the same thing. Your bike's lighter, so you were able to catch it. This, not so much. All right. So again, this is another example of we're thinking so much. A, we don't keep it loaded, but B, the instructions were clear. Come to a stop. But everybody's just like, see you later, Rob. And Jeff is coming to rolling stops. I can't really give him a summons because he actually technically stopped. He didn't put his foot down. All right.
I didn't put my foot down.
Exactly. Good. So when you're coming to this stop, the same thing I told you to do to bring your motorcycle to a smooth stop, that's what you need to do here. You need to stay in the friction zone while you're making this turn, and then you can straighten out your handlebars. If you're not in the friction zone while you're doing that, the odds are it's going to fall. All right, you ready? All right, first gear, cover the rear brake, preload. Give me some more preload, that's too low. More, all right, good, keep it right there. Clutch right before the friction zone. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Pick up that foot, keep it loaded, let the clutch out. Let it out, keep it loaded. Come to a stop, come to a stop, come to a stop, come to a stop. All right, Chris. Oh, nice preload. Very nice preload. Good. Head and eyes, look at my camera. Rear brake, rear brake. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off.
What am I doing? Ah.
Get your foot off that pipe too, because it'll melt the bottom of your.
Okay.
I got it. No, you don't want to be that far away. You want to be close to the bike. You're pushing with this hand, you're pulling with this hand. Or you could do it the other way. I don't know how you were going to do it. But people do this. No. Step close to the bike. Pull, push, step. Oh my God, it's like a feather. My body was all ready. I was like, oh. So why'd that bike drop?
Because I stopped on the turn.
That's right. You stopped with the handlebars turn. And this time you couldn't catch it. No big deal.
Okay.
All right. Start her up. Make sure it's in first gear. Cover the rear brake. Blah, 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 blah. I started to step to the side and let Finesse come pick this bike up. Because he's ready. He still got those gloves on? Yep. Yeah, he's ready. All right. First gear, yes. Cover the rear brake, yes. Preload and keep it loaded, Chris. Give me some more. Give me some more. All right, right there. Keep it right there. Clutch right before the friction zone. Listen to that throttle. It's going down. Don't move. Don't move. All right, when you're ready, pick up that foot. Keep it loaded. And good. Let it out. Nice and easy. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Come to a stop. That's what I'm talking about. You can park. All right, Dave. All right, show them how it's done. Come to a stop. There we go. Nice and smooth. All right, guys, exercise number 4. Next, right turns, left turns from a stop, and I got something new. Always got something new. All right, before I get into exercise number 4, exercise number 3. Now, again, everything that we're doing out here today, I don't want you to beat yourself up if you're not getting something. This is supposed to let you know what you need practice on. That's all, right? That's all this is. So you could practice exercise number 3 when you get home or whatever. But what that's really showing you guys is that little bit of falling. Nothing's going to happen to you if you fall right there. But it's still, our bodies don't like how it feels to be falling, right? Because when you're falling, at that moment, you're not in control. Or at least that's how you feel. Well, remember, this is what gives you control. So we just have to practice and get. But the other thing is, every time somebody felt, and I'm sorry, rephrase. Every time somebody preloaded, as soon as the next step came, which is slowly release the clutch, they're concentrating so much on that, you hear the throttle going down. All right, so that's what I mean when I say, I want you to, if you have to do that with the clutch, don't concentrate on it. Keep listening to your throttle. Because if you think about it, you don't have to look at your clutch hand. You don't have to think about it. As you're opening your hand, you can feel when the motorcycle is going to move, right? Now, where's Brian? That last one that Brian, not the last one he just did, but during the exercise where he was going to the right and he had to put his foot down. What? Do you know what happened there, Brian?
Yeah, I failed.
No, you didn't fall. Why?
I did not trust and believe.
Well, no, it's not even that. What actually happened, you did trust and believe, because it's not like as soon as you felt falling, you put your foot down. What happened was you didn't have your clutch lever right before the friction zone. So when your motorcycle started to fall, you opened up your hand. It still wasn't enough though, so that's why it was still falling. So you did trust and believe, but after a while, you was like, something's wrong. When really all you do is open your hand up wider. That's why we put our clutch right before the friction zone, so we don't have to look for the sweet spot. Boom, you're already there. Any questions on that? All right, exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. The highest failure rate of anything out here, right? And yes, Finesse already said it. Hey, what's this? You got new cones? I'm sick of telling people don't lean your motorcycle, and I don't want to see your bags going over the cone. So I put this in the little cones, and they were still like, screw you, Rob. It's going like, right over it. So I said, enough is enough. Amazon sent me 2 big 18, 30, 36, whatever inch cone, 28 inch. So that's what we have. And the purpose of this, guys, is I need you to be able to make a right turn or a left turn, whether you're moving or from a stop, straight up. I don't want you leaning the motorcycle. So I want you to think about this. I get this question all the time. Hey, Rob, how do I ride on a gravel road? What are your tips? This is what you're doing here is how you would navigate turns on a gravel road. Or see all this sand? If all this sand was right here, would you come in here and lean to make the turn? No. But people want to lean in here. Why? Because of what we talked about over there. They don't feel comfortable 1 to 10. The only way you could lean in here is if you have speed. So that's why they're leaning. I want you to do this straight up, okay? Straight up. What we did in the warm-up exercise, that's here. What we did in exercise number... I skipped exercise number 2. We'll go back to it. I can't believe it, the slow ride. I blame all of yous because none of you are new. None of you are new to this, and you just say, hey, Rob, what happened to the slow ride?
I just figured you could
Yeah, you're right. There's no cones for it. But no, we have to do that because the slow ride this is what this is. Moving your motorcycle at slow speeds. Now I feel silly doing this before the slow ride.
Let's go do a slow ride.
All right, slow race. That's what we're doing here. Same thing that we did from exercise number 1, the warm up, and now exercise number 2. What you're going to do is I'm going to walk aside you, all right? And you're going to ride at my walking pace. Don't ride faster than I'm walking. Keep your head and your eyes straight ahead. Listen to your throttle, all right? If you can do this exercise and keep your handlebars straight the whole time, you're going too fast, all right? The purpose of this exercise is to get you to feel, and instead of putting your foot down, open up the clutch. Just a little bit. That's all you're going to need. If you open it up too much, you're going to be going too fast. But I have good news for you. What's step number 2 all the time? Cover the rear brake. So if you do feel that burst of speed, rear brake, right? Sometimes pulling the clutch in is enough. Sometimes it's not enough and you got to apply a little bit of brake. Remember, all day today, I don't want you guys braking like Jeff. Jeff abuses his brake all the time. Right? Nice and easy, right? Nice and easy. We don't have to smash that rear brake. Okay, if there's a time for it, there's a time for it. But for the most part, while you're doing this, remember, if you're just tapping that rear brake, nice and easy. If you're doing this, it's disturbing the balance of your motorcycle even more than gravity is trying to pull it, okay? And when I tell you to stop, boom, just go back around and we'll set up for exercise number 4. We're doing them out of order today, people, which is ridiculous. Ready? All right. Excellent. Woo! See? You ready? All right, let's do it. Good. His head and his eyes are straight ahead. His throttle steady. He's doing a little bit of blipping. Excellent, Jeff. He does a little bit of throttle blipping, but not a big deal, especially not going straight. Nice stop, Garnett. All right, you ready? All right, let's do it. Preload, preload, preload. The whole engine's shaking. There we go. All right, you're good. So right from the start, he started out, preload was too low. If you start out too low, you hear that preload? Much better. Keep it loaded. Stop right here. Okay, ready? All right, head and eyes straight ahead. Let's go for a ride, a walk. Keep it loaded. Good, good, good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Nice and easy. Good recovery. All right, you can park. Chris is doing well. All right, ready? Do it. Excellent. All right, Dad, we did all of this, so all of it. For you, this is just a review. You ready? All right, let's do it. Keep it loaded. Slow down, slow down. Good, good. Good. Good job, Deb. All right, you ready, Dave? Let's do it. Excellent. Competition for later. All right, guys, now. Now we can do exercise number 4. Exercise number 4, guys. Again, I apologize. All right, so listen, there's 8 steps in this exercise. The first step is always the same. Make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. The second step, cover the rear brake. Third step, preload your throttle and keep it loaded. Now, when we're doing exercise number 2, Garnett, when you started out, remember, guys, your RPM should be squared off, meaning where you want them, before you even move. So that's why I told you, Garnett, preload, preload, and then your whole engine is like, Chris, your preloads have been excellent, right? Excellent. Preload that throttle and keep it there, right? That's step number 3. Step number 4, clutch right before the sweet spot, right before it. Step number 5, head and eyes. Whichever way you're going to turn, I want your head and your eyes looking in that direction. Now, I'm going to have the camera there, so that's something at least you can focus on. Look at the camera, right? Now, don't be this person that's looking as you're rolling up like this. So, I also want to let you guys know, I say don't stare at my cones. I never said don't look at them, right? We got to use some common sense standards. Yeah, you still need to look to see where you are. But once you look and see where you are, your peripheral vision at that point now is taking over. When you get about right here, Chris, what are we turning first? Head and eyes or handlebars? Head and eyes. That's right. It's head and eyes and then handlebars. And why is it like that? Because if I turn my handlebars before I turn my head and my eyes, now I'm already committed to a turn, and now I see, oh crap, something's coming. Something's in the way. Something's on the ground. So it's head and eyes. Whoa, something's coming. No handlebars because something's coming. That's why you have to turn your head and your eyes and then your handlebars. Even more important in the U-turn, but we'll talk about it when we get there. Step number 5, head and eyes. Step number 6, slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. Remember, you're still covering the rear brake. Step number 7, as soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick up your left foot. And step 8, turn the handlebars. Now, 3 things determine the radius of our turn on a motorcycle. How fast we're going, that's the number 1 contributing factor to the failure rate here, people going too fast. How much you turn your handlebars and how much you lean your motorcycle. Well, we're not leaning in here, right? Straight up. So again, I always tell you guys this is not a competition. I stop at this line. And even at this line, I still have room to go straight first and then turn. Jeff's been doing that since we got here. If you guys didn't realize it, the reason I had you approach exercise number 3 from that angle is I want to already get you used to making a 90-degree turn with a lot more space. And you guys did quite well in that, right? All right. If you don't feel comfortable here, stop back here. If you don't feel comfortable in the middle, come over here when you're making a left turn, or come over here when you're making a right turn. But I want you to keep in mind that if that's you, that's fine, but that's just letting you know it's something you need to work on. Because on a motorcycle, you don't need this much space to make a turn, right? We're not pulling a trailer, so we don't need to be all the way over here. But the reason why I want you to do this straight up, I already told you about the gravel and the sand, but I did a video on this too, where there's sometimes you're going to have to make a turn straight up. It's not going to be appropriate to lean the motorcycle, whether it's based on space or the surface. All right? Okay. Any questions about that? All right. And once again, we're talking about control. So when I start this exercise, I start on my rear brake. You look at my rear, when I demonstrate this, you look at the lights on the back, you're going to see they're on the whole turn because I'm dragging it. Remember, there's a difference between dragging your rear brake and doing this. If you drag it, it's just like you bringing your car to a smooth stop, right? And if your car wants to move, it's got an automatic transmission, so you can just let your foot off the brake a little bit, it'll start moving. Everything is subtle. This doesn't have an automatic transmission, that's why we have the friction zone. We're keeping it loaded, okay? First time you guys go through here, I want you to go straight through. Straight through. And when I tell you to, then we're gonna stop. And then do it. Remember, nothing changes. Anybody have any issues with turning the handlebars? Anybody feel awkward with the handlebars turned or locked or anything? A little bit? All right. Just realize that as long as you have power going to that rear wheel, this thing actually balances best with the handlebars turned, right? Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to have you stop, make this turn, and stop. And again, I added that because people would make the turn, and when they felt, uh-oh, they would just open up the whole clutch and fly out this way. One last thing. If you guys are making a left turn, remember, we're doing everything subtle. Pick up your foot nice and easy. And you're only picking up your foot when the motorcycle starts to move anyway. We're not doing exercise number 3 here. But when I say pick up your foot, it shouldn't be like this. Okay, the motorcycle's moving, foot's still there. All right, now I'll pick, no. We don't, as soon as it starts to move, pick up your foot, okay? If you pick up your foot like this, what am I doing to the balance of the motorcycle? And that's what's gonna throw you this way. And sometimes that happens, you lose your balance, that's fine. Put your foot down, back up, try it again. All right. First time, straight through. Second time, I'm gonna stop. Third time, stop, stop. As I go to make this turn, rear brake. Straight up. First gear. Cover the rear brake. Reload. Ideally, this is where you want your motorcycle to be when you stop. The middle of this lane, ideally. Now, if you're a little bit to the right, that's fine. You don't want to be right here. I want you to picture this is a two-way street. This is a double yellow line. Tractor trailers flying this way. So we don't want to be this close to that. That's why we want to be kind of like right here. And the only way you're going to get right here, your speed has to be in check. You have to turn the handlebars. You don't have to lock them. And you don't have to do it as extremely slow as I did it either. I'm just, you know. Jeff's been doing this all day. I've been watching him.
I struggled with that one, so I practice every day with it.
There you go. That's the key. Jeff said, I struggle with this, so I practice every day. And you can practice it everywhere. Straight through. Good, good. Excellent. Head and eyes. Good head and eyes, Jeff. Good head and eyes. Head and eyes, Chris. Head and eyes. All right. So she looked up. By the time she looked up, it was too late. She was on top of those cones. See, finesse, head and eyes. Perfect. Good, good, good. No, straight through, straight through. Straight through. You're good. Don't worry about it. Good. Keep it loaded. Rear brake, head and eyes, rear brake. Forget how low her bike is. She's always gonna, if she goes through here, those bags are always gonna catch it. Straight through. On that rear brake that time, Jeff. Head nice. Good. Head nice. Keep it loaded, rear brake, keep it loaded. That burst of speed, that's what got you. She was doing fine, and then she must have felt something she didn't like. Speed, straightened her out. The only thing there, if you didn't feel comfortable, so speed. Remember, the speed you're going, before you even, when you first start to move, wherever you are in the friction zone, stay right there. Wherever your throttle is, keep it right there. And just use the rear brake to control your speed. All right, nice and easy. Keep everything else the same. Good, good. Rear brake, head and eyes. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. So right there, she's not applying enough rear brake. Because if she was, it would slow her down. It's like her speed's not changing. Good. Straight through. Whoa! Too much lean. When really it should be no lean. Head and eyes, Jeff. Nice. Nice, Garnett. All right. Head and eyes before you even move. Head and eyes. Keep looking at my camera. Don't look away. You're looking away. You can't find the brake? Your foot's on it.
I found it now.
Oh, okay, good. Head and eyes. Keep looking at it. Keep looking at it. Slowly release the clutch as soon as it starts to move. Trust and believe. Turn those handlebars. Rear brake, rear brake. You're looking away. You're looking right at my cones. There you go. Hold it. Ah, too much speed. You had it. She had it. Chris is good in the first part of the turn. And then she gets about right here. She doesn't like it anymore. Nice. All right, right there is just speed. That's the only thing. That's the only issue. Speed. Keep your head and your eyes up, Deb. I don't know what you're looking at here. Up, and then when you're about to turn, camera. Okay, good. Rear brake. Head and eyes. Rear brake. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Open up the clutch. Open up the clutch. Pick up that foot. Pick up that foot. Nice, Dave. Come to a stop over here, and then you can take a break. Straighten out. There we go. Come to a stop, and then take a break. Good. Head nice. Head nice. Straighten out. Outstanding. Come to a stop, and then take a break.
Okay.
Nice. Chris, just go straight through. Don't stop. Good. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Head and eyes, head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Nice, Chris. That's what I'm talking about. Stop over here and take a break. No, we're going this way, man. You hear that? He started out, his throttle was too low, he heard it, he picked it back up. Good. You just go straight through and then take a break. Oh yeah, it'll come. Good, good. Rear brake, turn the handlebars, head and eyes. You're looking down the whole time. You're looking down like this. You gotta keep your head and your eyes right over here. All right, go take a break. Stop here and then take a break. Nice, Dave. All right, Chris, we're gonna go straight through again. What you're doing is when you make the turn, that first part of the turn, oh, you're golden. And then you feel something that you don't like and you introduce speed, and that's what's taking you out that way. That last turn, you stayed in it, but man, if you stayed at that same speed, you would have been all the way inside. Let's do that again. Good, good, good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Open up the clutch. There you go. There you go. One more time. Good. Slow down. Good, good, good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Head and eyes. Rear brake, rear brake. Too much speed. Too much. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, go take a break. I need her to see that. I need her to feel that. She's good. She can practice that. Listen, good job in exercise number 4. And that's I had Chris stay back a little bit and do it some more because I see that she was right on the cusp. Just needed to tweak one thing. Boom, she's got it. So definitely I want you to keep working on that, right? And it looks like your right turns are better than your left, you know, and sometimes that happens. All right, moving right along. Exercise number 5, single serpentine. So now, here is where I want you to lean the motorcycle. Finally, warm up and 4 exercises. I didn't want any lean. Now I want it. And you guys are not going to want to give it to me. Some of you at least. And I know it happens all the time. All right, listen, guys. This exercise, for some reason, everybody thinks they're on the ski slalom. And they just want to go fast and do this. All right, keep this in mind. Nothing out here putting speed behind is going to be advantageous for you. Right? Speed is not your friend out here. And in this exercise, the faster you go, the quicker your transitions have to be, which is going to be more difficult because what happens to your handlebars when you go fast? They want to be straight. It's also going to make you have to react quicker to things. And it's going to make you do what I don't want you to do, which is hugging my cones. Please don't make me go out and buy, how many? 7 of these things and put them here, because I don't want you guys hugging these cones, right? See how wide my motorcycle is from here? That's how I want you to start. These cones are 15 feet apart, so it's plenty of room. And you got a line on this side, you got a line on this side. You don't have to go all the way to the line, but I want you to go wide. Going wide is going to, A, ensure that you're not going too fast, because if you're going fast, you can't go wide. B, it's going to make sure that you lean your motorcycle. Remember, this is how these motorcycles were designed to be ridden. That's why the wheels are curved. Lean the motorcycle. Lean it. Dip it. Dive it. Swing it. Sway it. All right? Listen to your throttles. I forgot to say this earlier, guys, but this is Friction Zone Valley. That's what this parking lot is. Today we're living in the friction zone. Now, there is a little bit of momentum involved in the single serpentine, and that's fine. But keep in mind, the friction zone is what's pulling you through. And that's the word. That's the key word, pulling you. Whatever we're doing here today, particularly when we get to the U-turns, I don't want you coasting through anything. I want the friction zone pulling you through it. Okay? All right. So when you're going through here, there's a number of ways you can do this. You can go in and out of the friction zone. Like once you get your speed up to a certain speed, right? Again, not too fast, not too slow. Then you could just go in and out of the friction zone. When you need the power, open, close, open, close. Never have to touch the rear brake, right? You technically don't have to touch the rear brake with anything, but you're going to have less control that way. Or if you want to use the rear brake, remember, we're still covering it. Because even if I do this, and I do this with no rear brake, but if I feel like, oh, I'm going too fast, just a little tap, just to correct it. Now, you guys saw in exercise number 4, and if you didn't see it, watch the video. Jeff, his bike was pop locking. He was going through like this. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I tell you guys I don't want you to do that because it disturbs the motorcycle. But what Jeff is doing is little increments of exercise number 3 while he's making that turn. He hits the brake hard, and as soon as he hits the brake hard and it feels like it's going to fall, lets the clutch out. Bike stands up. Brake, out. Brake. That's what he's doing. He's pop locking, right? So, but as long as he can control that, which he can, that's fine. But you look at somebody like Finesse, Dave, where the bike is just going like this. I've already given up on Jeff. That he's just gonna, his front suspension is like this all the time. But he's in control, and that's the key. All right, so I'm gonna go down here now. A lot of the times you'll see people doing this, and it looks like they're going fast, but it's really because they're so fluid. It's almost like an optical illusion, right? Nice and easy, guys. And you're not going to be going this way, by the way. I'm sorry. You're going to be coming this way. I want you looking at my camera. Now, this is the one exercise, or one of few, where I can tell. I don't care how dark your glasses are. I can tell if you're looking at my cones, right? I can tell by the way your motorcycle's moving, by the way you're steering. And some of you guys are doing like the bullfight. Ole! You're passing the cones like, hey, hey, right? Head and eyes, straight ahead. Your peripheral vision will pick it up, trust me. And make sure you keep it wide. Straight ahead. Dip it, dive it, nice and wide. Nothing extreme, but I don't want you right on top of my cones. Any questions? All right. Head on down there. All right, we got Brian. Now, Mario is a V.I.Preloader. He has fishtails on his motorcycle, and I have to. Mario's fishtails are louder than these. Good job. Got Finesse. I'm impressed that I'm remembering everybody's name. Let me definitely say that. Had a 9 straight ahead. I'm telling you, it's the tab performance. Once you got these tab performance, it changed everything. Not only did it change how his motorcycle sounds, he felt better about it, which raised his confidence in how his motorcycle sounds and how he looks on it. Everything changed. It's amazing. Nice correction. You're looking at my cones! Jeff did the bullfighting thing. Did you see him? He turned and he went like this. Ole! Dave actually said his Stratoliner is more difficult than this motorcycle in slow maneuvers. Nice, Dave. Garnett. Oh, I feel so good when I know everybody's name. It changes everything. Good. Garnett's looking at my cones. Head and eye, straight ahead, Garnett. All right, Chris. Start out nice and wide. People, they want to go right for that first cone, and then they wind up hugging it. And they hug the rest. Good. 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 Keep it loaded. You're hugging my cones. Go out wider. When she started getting towards the end, she started getting out of the turn. I want you to hold the turn. Hold it. Hold it. There we go again with the hold it. I've never did that in this exercise. Good. Hold it. She's hugging the cones. That's why she's hitting them. Good. Head and eye. Straight ahead. Good. See how wide he is? That's how wide you got to be. And if you're going too fast, you can't go that wide. Good. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're cooking with grease. There we go. There. See, he's hugging my cones, going too fast too, and Garnett thinks he's slick. He didn't have the eye shield on before, but when I saw he was looking at my cones, he put the eye shield down. Good. Nice preload. I can hear it from here. Starting on the other side now. Good. Good. Good, good. Hold it. Good. Lean. Hold it. Lean. There we go. Good job. One more time. Hold the turns. You're not holding the turns. You got to go on wider. Wider. See, and because her bike is so low, actually, that helps me out because, not that I need it, but I can see that she's hugging the cones, even if I'm not looking, because if she hits a cone, somebody else's motorcycle probably would have went right over it, the saddlebag, but hers are going to hit it because her bike is so low. All right, Chris, start out wide and keep going wide. Good. Look how she takes off. Foot comes off the ground nice and easy. Slow down, slow down. Good. 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 Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Slow down. Slow down. There we go. All right. What did I tell you guys? People want to speed through here. All right. Exercise number 6. Infamous U-turn. Uh-oh. Oh, they want to keep going. Last time, last time. If they want to do it, then we got to let them do it. Nice, nice and smooth. Good. See how wide he's starting? Good. So that way he's not hugging the cone. Look how wide he is. Look how far away he is from the cones. That's what I'm talking about. Now Garnett likes to go fast here. Now he's wide enough on the start, but if he's going too fast, he's going to start hugging. Good. Good. There we go. All right, let's go, Deb. Start out wide. There we go. Good. Come all the way out. Now I'm back here dancing, but if she doesn't have her head and eyes up, she's not going to see me. Too much speed. Too much speed, Deb. Too much speed. Good correction. Made the correction. It was going a little bit too fast. Watch our foot come up. Nice and easy. Nice and wide. Nice and wide. Good. All right. Get that cone when you get a chance. Good job. All right, guys, now I mean it. Exercise number 6, infamous U-turn. All right, guys, good job on that. There's a few people, like I said, they just want to, you know, and then there was a few people that were going a little too fast and made the correction. I saw them slow down. And then Garnett, man, Garnett think he's slick. First time he went through, I'm like, Garnett, head and eyes. He's like, I got something for you. Next time he comes down, the shade is down on his helmet. It could be a coincidence. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But all in all, like some of you guys, perfect. Chris, the last time you went, starting way outside. Everything you do out here, you want to start out properly, because when you don't, it can affect you as you go up. All right? Start out nice and wide and continue going out nice and wide. So when you're making these transitions, remember, this is getting you ready for the other transitions that are coming up. Figure 8. Offset double serpentine, snowman, if you decide to do those. But it all starts here. And the faster you're going, the faster you're going to have to do your transitions. So that's why I tell people, slow down. But I don't want you to go so slow that now you're doing it straight up either. Okay? So that brings me to exercise number 6, the infamous U-turn. I told you before, speed is not your friend out here. That goes in both directions. You can't be going too slow either, right? Because if you go to lean this motorcycle, and you're going 3 miles per hour, it's going to fall. It's that simple. It's physics. The only thing keeping it up is power to the rear wheel, but not at 3 miles per hour. You need to be doing between 7 and 10 miles per hour. That's where you should be. I'll even give you 6, because sometimes I'm at 6. 6 to 10 miles per hour, consistent power, you're good. But none of that is too relevant in here, because this is not anything extreme, okay? This U-turn box is 27 feet wide. If you want to further challenge yourself, this first part of it is 18 feet. Now, there's some people that are going to be in here and some people that aren't. Again, the 18-foot U-turn, it's unnecessary. Okay, if that's something you choose to do, great. But all I care about is that you can make a U-turn within 27 feet. What I really want from you at some point in your motorcycle riding career is 24 feet at a maximum. Okay, because that's a country road for the most part. So when you guys come in here, when we're doing this exercise, I'm down there. Chris is all the way over here. I hear her preload before she even moves. That's beautiful. And then when she takes off, her foot comes up like this. I'm paying attention to everything, because that's what I mean when I say what we did when we first got here is relevant. Everything we do. Same thing here. Get your throttle where it is, your preload. Listen to it. Wherever it is, keep it there. Clutch. When you get into the friction zone, wherever you are, keep it there. So as you're approaching this U-turn, you're already where you want to be. Now all you have to do is head and eyes, handlebars. And if you feel like you're going a little too fast, a little bit of rear brake, right? Head and eyes handlebars. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. It's critical here because now you're making a turn to the direction directly behind you. So you can't look at that and then go, okay, I'm good, and then do this because stuff happens fast out there. So when you turn your head, keep your head turned the whole time. Now here's another thing I'll say to you guys. I'm telling you to look at my camera because I want you to do an extreme head and eyes turn. But if you're not comfortable doing that, turn your head and your eyes in increments, but make those increments right behind one another. In other words, when you get up here to make a U-turn and you turn your head and your eyes, look over here. And then when you start to make the turn, because if you look over here, your peripheral vision will still see this. But I want you at some point to turn and look at that. All right, here's what I don't want you to do in this box. I see it all the time. A, use all of the space that you have. All right, or should I say that you need? Everybody doesn't need all the space. Don't start your U-turn like this. Because what happens is people do that. They start a U-turn like this, and then they look at the cones over here and they say, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it. Now they want to commit to a lean. Commit to the lean right away. Your turn will be so much tighter if you do that. Okay? All right. Any questions? We're going to make a left turn. Then when I tell you, you're going to stop and make a left turn. Then when I tell you, you're going to stop, make a left turn, and stop. And then we're going to do the same thing going right. One more thing. When you make your turns, guys, I want you to end up going straight. I got people that come in here, they do a swoop and turn, and they come out of the turn going this way. Now, you wouldn't do that in the real world, so that's what you have to think about. And that includes coming to a stop. I want you to make the turn and go straight out of the exercise, straight out. We got to be in control all the time. Listen to my throttle. It's the same the whole time. And nice. Straight. And nice. Straight. Straight. Any questions? Nice. Smooth. Smooth. Woo! No head and eyes. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Show them how it's done, Chris. Keep it loaded. You're going too slow. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. All right, you're going too slow, Chris. You gotta get a little more speed. Nice, Garnett. Nice. Good. Covering the rear brake. Reload. Foot up. Nice. All right, she's doing what I don't want you to do.
I knew I wasn't going to make it.
Oh. Well, so that means you mind screwing yourself. You knew you weren't going to make it.
What happened? I hit the brakes and get enough.
Well, two things happened. Well, let me pick it up first. Well, yeah, that's the first thing. Remember, I told you I want you to commit to the turn, and you're coming at an angle like this. And then when you got right here, you just pull the clutch in. You got to stay in the friction zone, and you'll be fine. Did you guys see what Deb did that I told you guys not to do? Yes. She's making the turn like this. Let me show you on the bike. All right, so Deb, this is what you did. All right. So if you start your U-turn like that, and if you're gonna make this, now you change it to like a 17-foot U-turn you gotta make. So before, when I tell you there's nothing extreme here, if you do it like that, you're creating an extreme situation. Well, now you're gonna have to turn the handlebars all the way, lean. So when I say commit, let me show you something else too. Get from in front of my camera, Deb. Actually, Deb, you're short enough, so I think you would have got away with it. Now, if you guys watch Brian do this, Brian does this by coming all the way over here. That's a little extreme, but sometimes all you need to do is add a little dip, a momentum dip. That's what it's called. Now, again, if you want to do that out here, that's fine, Brian, but in the real world, coming all the way over here to go back over here to make a U-turn is not really practical. So there's also a thing, like I said before, of going too slow. Chris, you're going too slow. Deb, you're going too slow. So if you're going too slow, the thought of leaning the motorcycle is out of the question. Of course it feels like scary, because if you do lean it, it's going to fall. So make sure you get enough speed. Use the rear brake if you have to control you throughout that U-turn, right? Here's how I want it to look as far as committing right away to the lean. Not an extreme lean, but a lean. Commit, commit. Now if I do a momentum swing, right? It's not nothing big, but it's a very quick, you know. And if you turn your head and your eyes slow, you're gonna turn your handlebars slow. Head and eyes, handlebars. Okay? All right, let's do it. Nice. There we go. There's the dip. Head and eyes. Let's see Brian's head and eyes. No head and eyes. There we go. We looked away. Well, we getting there, because you look, but you look late. We're getting there. Good. Keep that speed. Keep it loaded. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. We're getting there. I still want to go in there. He's not looking at my camera. He's looking at the cone over here, which means he's looking down. Now right there, that's an extreme dip. Nice and smooth. We're not stopping yet.
I don't have to go.
You were good. Good. Keep it loaded. Head and eyes. Oh my God, no head and eyes. We're going right for that tree. We got to be under control. All right, right there. Finesse started out straight up, and then he committed to the lean. Straight through. All right, just U-turn, straight through. All right, too much speed. That was a momentum U-turn. Straight through. Just go straight through. Good, keep that speed. Head and eyes, use the rear brake. Turn the handlebars, too much speed. All right, we're getting there, keep it loaded. Stop right there. U-turn. Nice. Straight through, slow down, good. Head and eyes, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Rear brake, rear brake. Nice. Stop over there. The last time you went through, that was a momentum U-turn, like it was too much speed. So just nice and easy. Stay in the friction zone. Head and eyes. You're looking down. All right. Very good. Slowly release the clutch. Foot comes up. Nice and easy. All right, good. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. Lean it. Lean it. Head and eyes. Too much speed. Too much speed. Too much speed. Keep it loaded. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. See the difference, guys? See the. So listen. If you see that you're gonna go wide, slow down. When Deb went through here, she just missed hitting a tree all the way over there. We don't want to just keep powering the motorcycle if we're already outside of the exercise. Come to a stop over here.
Okay.
Good. So you looked at least 3 cones. I want you looking at that camera, but that's good. That's excellent. Come to a stop over here, Dave. Nice. Good. Slow down. Head and eyes. Handlebars. Keep it loaded. All right. She don't like those. All right. Stop over here. There we go. Straight up. All right, stop over here. Ah, sounds nice and throaty. He was going for it. He was going for it. Right turns, right turns. Right through, straight through. He adjusted himself in head and eyes, Brian. Now watch Chris, her rights are better than her left. Good, good. Keep it loaded, head and eyes, rear brake. Turn the handlebars, head and eyes, head and eyes. Oh, you had it! That's what I'm talking about. Straight through. She's concentrating a lot. She's not turning the head and the eyes or anything like that. But listen, baby steps. Nice. I don't know, Dave might like right better than left too. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! His rights might be better than his left too. Straight through. Head and eyes! Head and eyes! There we go. It's going to take some time. All right, Chris, this is it. All right, this is it, Chris. We got this. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. Rear brake. Rear brake. There we go. Her rights are better than her left. Good, good, good. There we go. Nice and smooth. Dave, I want you looking at my camera. Oh yeah. That's less than 18 feet right there. He likes the rights better than the lefts. No doubt about it. All right, straight through. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Keep looking at it. Keep looking at it. There we go. Straight through. Good. Turn those handlebars and keep them turned. Keep it loaded. Keep it low. Keep it turned. Slow down. Rear brake. Rear brake. There we go. What she got to do is apply some more rear brake and she's golden. Right now she's line the line and that's because of speed. Straight through. Look at my camera. Look at my camera. You're looking at the cone. There you go. So you picked up speed at the end. That's why he's all the way at the line. So some people are going to be line the line. Some people don't need to be line the line. They just got to watch their speed. Look at my camera, Dave. Good. Head and eyes. Keep looking at it. There we go. All right. Oh yeah. Finesse getting, he's feeling it a little bit more. Your rights are definitely better than your lefts. Nice, Jeff. So you're good. All you need to do when you get into that turn is keep your throttle steady, keep the handlebar steady, and rear brake. Speed is the only thing taking you line to line. Other than that, you're good. All right, let's do it. Straight through. Nice starts. Good. Head and eyes, turn it. Keep it turned. Head and eyes. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. There we go. When she gets right there, she speeds up, and that's what takes her wide. Stop over here. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. So you might say, Rob, how come you don't have her doing the stop too? I want her to get this first. Good job. All right, go on there. Stop over here. Head and eyes, look at my camera. So yeah, I need to build her confidence up in the U-turn first before I start making her stop. But again, she can practice on this on her own. Nice, Garnett. You're good. You can park. Stop over there, Dave. Hey, Brian. Stop, Dave. Stop. You're supposed to stop. You can park. All right, stop over here. All right, stop over here and then you're good. Woo-wee! All right. So Chris, same thing. When you get in the turn, it looks good. When you get about right there, you let the clutch out a little bit more, and that's what takes you wide. So right now you're line to line, but you really don't have to be. All right, let's do it again. Last time. Good. Slow down. Head and eyes. Look at me. Turn the handlebars. Look at me. Turn them. Turn them. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Oh, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. There we go. It was it again. So you see that, right? She was looking at me. Her speed was great. And then she didn't like the way that felt, so she picked up the speed. But what happened also that's good is she didn't like the way that felt. She had an uh-oh feeling. She didn't put her foot down. She opened up the clutch. All right. Exercise number 7, the figure 8. I can start recording. I can always start recording while Dave is approaching because I'm not going to disturb my video. Nice and quiet. All right. Before I start talking about this, of course, I'm going to talk about that U-turn, the infamous U-turn. And the biggest thing we got to work on in that U-turn, believe it or not, head and eyes. Jeff, head and eyes. Brian, head and eyes. But Brian definitely got better at the end. Remember, the C word, consistency. So when you keep your throttle, when you're keeping it loaded is consistency. Turning the handlebars. When you turn them, keep them turned consistently. Now when Chris was going through it first, she was going, all right, so we got some inappropriate stuff going on off camera, I hope. It might have picked it up. But we got Finesse over here holding up his shirt. But it's not even the fact that he's holding up his shirt, but look at my feet. He's standing like this. All right, all right, okay. So, actually it's better. He's behind his bride. That's good. If he was behind you, Jeff, then we got to have a conversation. All right, so when Chris was first making the U-turn, she was turning like this, right? The next time she came through, whenever Chris went to make this turn, that last one, I can't wait for you to go back and watch this. That was going to be your tightest U-turn. As a matter of fact, you were going to end up about right here, about 19 feet. But whenever Chris gets right here, she doesn't like the way that feels. And I think part of the reason is I'm telling her to keep looking at my camera. The last time I told her to keep looking at me. And then she'll dart her eyes either here or at a cone. That quick dart affects her. And then throttle, she didn't give the rear brake quick enough, so she ended up right here. So she's still in the exercise, but what really stood out to me is that what she did right there, that was an uh-oh moment. Instead of her putting her foot down, she went back into the friction zone. She went into it a lot. That's the only reason she sped up. But she still stayed within the exercise. See, I love seeing that. So as much as I like to see Jeff make this U-turn and look like he's on rails and Dave and Finesse, I like even more so to see somebody working through issues. I love to see that because that's how you grow. If she goes a couple of times when I say, hey, what happened there? She goes, I don't know. That's when, and that's the key. That's the learning moment is, all right, here's what happened. Garnett did something and he goes, I know exactly what I did wrong. That's how you get better. But if you don't know what you're doing wrong, you know, you're just going to keep on repeating it. And what's the definition of insanity? That's right. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. All right. Any questions about the U-turn? Great. Figure 8. Now, here's the good news about the figure 8. Same width as that U-turn box. Exactly the same width. The only thing this is going to add is a transition. But I got even more good news for you. If you don't want to do the whole figure 8, here's what I want you to do. A, we're going to pull in here, and we're going to go to this corner. Now, guys, I say this all the time. Use all of the space that you need, all right? And as much as I say that, I'm still going to get people to come in here, and I'm standing right here going like this. And I'll even say, come on, come on, come on, and they go like this to me. I'm starting my turn right here, Rob. And then they start to turn near. So not only are they about 3 feet off that line, now they're about 3 feet off this line too. Now, that's not going to be an issue for everybody, but if you need that space, if you give it up here, it's going to catch you over here. All right, so come all the way over here. Head and eyes. Look at that green cone. Hold it. Hold it. When you get to 12 o'clock, look at that green cone. See, so now I'm not asking you. I used to tell people, look behind you almost, because I want them to look. But I know that's not comfortable. If I can't get you to do this, I damn sure ain't going to get you to do this. This is what I'm talking about when I say increments of turning your head. Right there, hold it, 12 o'clock, head and eyes, because that's where you're going. Hold it. Use all of the space that you need. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Don't start coming out of the turn here, because you're not going for the next corner. You're going for that cone. If you don't want to do this whole thing, your goal is to hold this turn and go out here on the left side of this green cone. If you can do that, that makes me, and it should make you feel good. because that means when you do decide to do the whole thing, wow, look at all of that space that you have to make a right turn. Whereas if you make this turn and you end up here, not impossible, but it's going to be tight. Okay? If you are going to do the whole thing, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Now, some people, you got to get that timing together too. If you transition too late, you're going to go out wide. Transition too early, you're going to be too far from that line. Not an issue for everybody. Again, hold it, hold it. And again, we're not transitioning like this. Transition. Head and eyes. Look at that cone. Hold it. Use all the space that you need. Hold it, hold it. 12 o'clock, head and eyes. Hold it, hold it. Listen to your throttle. Listen to your throttle. Listen to your throttle. Transition. Do the same thing again. We're doing this twice. That's your exit. If you do it expertly, 4 parking spaces, and go out over here, no ka-ching. Right? It's like a waste of time. Why'd you even do it? Any questions? All right, let me run through it.
No ka-ching.
No ka-ching. That ka-ching is big, man. Now, I'm going to do it, using as much space as possible. And then I'm going to do it in 4 parking spaces. And I want you to realize that my engine, exactly the same. The only difference is the lean and the handlebar turns. Come all the way over here. Head and eyes. Look at that cone. Look at that cone. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. If you're not going to do the whole thing, go all right there. Head and eyes, hold it, hold it, hold it. Head and eyes, hold it, hold it. Transition. Head and eyes, look at that cone, hold it. Look at that cone, hold it, hold it, hold it. Engine is the same. Only difference is the handlebars. Ka-ching! No ka-ching, you gotta do it twice. Nice. Hey Brian, you got to do it twice. No ka-ching. Got to work on Dave's head and eyes. Nice, Dave. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. The right turns are his strength, so I knew he would be fine. With that, he was deep into that one, but he was fine because the right turns are his strength. Now he gives up a lot of space on this side, but it doesn't matter because his strength are his right turns. The head and eyes we got to work on. Head and eyes, baby, head and eyes. Good job. The head and eyes elude us. Where you going? The entrance is right there. Where you going? The entrance is right there. Once again, screw you, Rob. Screw you, Rob. I'm going where I want to go in. Now, I think I'm going to have Chris come in the other way because her right turns are her strength. Come on, come on, come on. All right, Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Too much speed. Too much speed. Next. Garnett. All right, he started early, but he should be good. Good, good. Keep it loaded. Good, 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 good. Very nice, very nice. All right, look at the exit, look at the exit. Excellent. All right, that was really wide, so there's gonna be a tight turn right here. Frustration throttle. Whoa. See, right there, he wasn't in the friction zone, so as he was leaning, the bike was falling. Nice, nice recovery. Very nice recovery. Whoa, nice, very nice. I love seeing that, working it out, working it out. Excellent, excellent. Next. Excellent. Why excellent? Because there were several times when that bike was going to fall, and he trusted and he believed. Never put a foot down. You watch some older videos of Finesse in this figure 8, where he's put his foot down, where he's dropped the bike, not a big deal. I don't care about dropping the bike, but putting the foot down. And now, that bike was, it looked like it was going down. All he did was open up that clutch. It jumped him out, but rear brake. Corrected him, stayed in the exercise. Excellent. Love it. Yeah, you can come on, come on. Come on. All right, start over. Coming from over there. Basically, you're doing the same thing you were doing over there, but you're just doing it so you're making a right turn, not a left. Your rights are stronger than your left.
Today. Normally my lefts are stronger than my rights.
Yeah, not today.
Today's the only day I've nailed rights.
Yep, yep, yep. Look at that. And you know, it's, I told you guys I changed the handlebars on my Angel over there, and now my rights are better than my lefts. So, and I was convinced that I'm always going to be having issues with the right turns. Now, no, not anymore. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. All right, good. Make the turn, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Turn the handlebars, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. All right. We're good? You going? Oh, Brian's gonna go the other way too. All right. Too early, way too early. Way too early. Oh no, not for him. Very good, I love it when they prove me wrong. No head nods. Ah! He had it. He decided to go around for another circle. Foot down. But he's feeling it. That's what I like to see. Confidence. The C word. That happens. Caught in the turn. I like this new celebratory horn blowing thing. Good? All right, guys, we're gonna move. Hold on. Oh no, Dave's coming back in. Got Brian off camera practicing some circles, getting ready for that Abominable Snowman. Yeah. Coming again? I love it. All right, give me some more speed. You're going too slow. Too slow, that's it. She's going too slow. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 8, offset double serpentine. They did good in there. All right, guys. So, you heard me over there going, hold it, hold it, hold it. And that's where it started. Actually, it started when I was telling you guys in the single serpentine. Hold that turn. Hold that turn. All right? Very applicable here, just like it was there. Very relevant here. Good job over there. Again, just showing you what you need to practice. So if the issue is the initial U-turn, then we're not even talking about a transition thing. It's just that U-turn. So all you got to do is practice on your U-turns, and then that gets that much easier where you can make it to that first cone and just go straight out. All right? Any questions on that? All right. Some people making up their own routes, going that, coming in, I don't know, you know, whatever. All right, so Brian said to me, aren't I cheating by starting with my motorcycle at that angle? And I explained to him that you can't cheat out here because this is not a competition, but this is how I want you to start. Now, you know, there's a million ways to do everything. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, come in straight. Because what I don't want you guys to do is come in here and go straight for this gate. Now, Jeff is going to do that. Dave might do it a little bit because that's more challenging. It's not impossible. What I want you to do, because again, we're practicing transitions. So I want you to come through this gate and immediately make a right dip to the right. I want you coming over here. So once again, I'll be over here and I'm telling the person, come on, come on. And they go straight, right? So that's what I want you to do because we just left the figure 8 and that's what we're doing in here. Basically figure 8s. Come in here, come all the way over here. Head and eyes. Look at this box. Handlebars. Hold it, hold it, hold it. When you get about right here, and this is why I want you to go out so that you're approaching this gate like this, not like this. If you don't have a problem leaning, no big deal if you come like this. But if you do, and you make wide turns, you're going to be all the way over here, and you still got to go through this gate. And that's when you start seeing people straight up, like trying to go through these gates. And then when they go through, they're way past this line. I don't want you doing this straight up. I want you leaning the motorcycle. Remember, after exercise number 5, that straight up stuff is over. Now I want you to lean. Also, when you come over here, as soon as you get to this gate, head and eyes, look at the gate you came from. Hold the turn. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Head and eyes. Handlebars. Now you're going to this one. As soon as you get to it, head and eyes, look at the gate you came from. Hold it. Now what people do is they get right here and just straighten out. They just want to go right for here. No. Hold it. That's where you're going. Head and eyes. Handlebars. Now if this is tight for you, that's what the green cones are for. Instead of coming through this gate, come around the left side of this green cone. Same thing. Come all the way over here. Hold it. Go around the green cone. Same technique. Hold the turn. Hold the turn. I don't want you to pass this outside line. Hold the turn. Hold the turn. Head and eyes. Look at that green cone. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Look at this green cone. Go around that green cone. Any questions? All right, so the first time I'm gonna run through this, I'm gonna do it the way I just explained it to you. When I come back, I'm gonna do it Brian style. Tip it, head and eyes, hold it, hold it, hold it, head and eyes, transition. Head and eyes, hold it, transition. Head and eyes, hold it, transition. So I'm going through the gate straight. Look how much room I got from me to the gate by doing it this way. Oh my God, it's so much room. I even have to straighten out my handlebars a little bit. Questions? All right, Brian. Nice. Head and eyes, good. Good head and eyes. Okay. Oh, he's like a new person with those head and eyes. His head and eyes are excellent now. Look at that. Head and eyes. Look at the next one. Just perfect. Most improved. We're head and eyes. Next. Next. Next, remember guys, don't go too slow.
Okay. Explain to me what happened there, because I'm not sure what I did.
You're going a little slow. That's one thing. And that's why you're so straight up and down.
Okay.
Other than that, I didn't see anything else wrong.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Nice, nice. Transitions are nice and smooth. All right, you lost it. Next. Nice. Garnet is this is a metamorphosis that I'm looking at. Look at this. Very nice. All right, he just wasn't riding this well the last time he was here, so. You doing the green cones? Green cones? She said no. My answer is going to be she should have did the green cones, but we'll see. Prove me wrong. Green cones. I got one of these. I said, come here. She was like, straight to the gate. She said, I feel like I messed that up. So we'll talk to her and ask her, what do you think you did wrong? The first answer, she said, screw you, Rob. Chris, what'd you do wrong? You did this to me, coming in. I'm standing right here. I was like, all right, come to me. You went straight to the gate. Dave, go again. David's having problems with this. All right, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Ah, he's missing that other turn. He's not holding the turn. I think that's what it is. There you go. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. His transitions are too slow. That's what's wrong. Transitions are too slow. That's what's happening. You're turning like this. And then by the time you get to the next gate, you're already kind of past it. Other than that, it looks good when you first start. If you just keep up what you're doing with that, you're good. Come to me. Look at me. Keep it loaded. 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 Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Good. Keep it loaded. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Good. Keep hold it. Hold it. Transition. Good. Stay out of the sand. Stay out of the sand. Good. See, everything looks good right here with Dave. Hold it, hold it. Transition. There we go. The transitions were just too slow. Hold it, transition. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. So he's straightening out right there. You got to keep that lean. Transition. Good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Hold it, transition. Stay in the friction zone so it can pull you through that turn. When it's not, when you know you're going too slow when you straighten up. All right, hold up. Dave, much better. Much better. Much better. And the key there, yeah, your transitions are quicker, but also your speed stayed more constant than before. Now, on the turn right here, you straightened up. Jeff, you did that too. Sounds of freedom. Won't be edited out. Just keeping it loaded. Jeff, when you were going through here, on one of the turns, or maybe two, all of a sudden your motorcycle was straight up and down. That's when you know you're going too slow, if your motorcycle is straight. But when you were going through, nice leans, head and eyes, oh, Brian, your head and your eyes, you're like a whole new person in here. Every turn. Head and eyes. Outstanding. All right, who's going again? Chris. Green cones. I appreciate the fact that you said, no, screw you. I'm going for the other ones. All right, you ready? Jeff's going first. Hold on. Nice. You ready, Chris? Start on the outside of this green cone. Go around this green cone. Head and eyes, look at me. Good, good, keep coming. Head and eyes, keep it loaded. I was about to say, start over. Guys, this is not going to work if you're in neutral. Just figured I'd say that. I said, how's her throttle so high and her hands all the way out? Neutral. Nice. All right, Chris, come to me. Good, keep it loaded, come to me, head nice. Head nice. Transition, slow down, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Stay out of the sand. Head and eyes, hold it, hold it, hold it. Head and eyes, head and eyes. Transition, transition. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Head and eyes, look at me, look at me. Come to me, come to me. Hold it, transition. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Good, look at me. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Transition. Good, look at me. Come to me, come to me. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Transition, turn it. Slow down, look at me. Head and eyes, keep it loaded. Good, hold it, transition. Good, keep it loaded. Look at me. Keep looking at me. Come to me. Come to me. Hold it, transition. Good, hold it, hold it, hold it. Head and eyes, look at me. Come to me. Hold it, transition. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. Usually the females that come here are the biggest cheerleaders. Today it's the guys. I love it. Anybody else going again? Go ahead, Brian. Oh, never mind. Let's see if that hat stays on his mirror. That cap. That's the challenge. Keep the cap on the mirror. Keep it loaded. That's the thing about those fishtails. I can hear if he's keeping it loaded 3 miles away. Cap is still in good shape. All right, guys, exercise number 9 next. Abominable Snowman, last numbered exercise. Let's do it. All right, so guys, this is an example of what I mean when I say, Brian, your bike is on. When I say, hey, you know what? Confidence, once the confidence starts going up, some people are like, all right, what else you got? What's next? And I remember when Jeff did 3 circles, and man, he was happy as a pig in crap. And today, most motorcycle riders will be very satisfied with that. But what's Jeff doing? He's looking at this box. I mean, this circle now. All right, that's what I like to hear. Now, let's keep in mind, a circle is tighter than a box. So if you're doing 20, this is the Abominable Snowman, exercise number 9, 4 circles. First circle is 27 feet. So you guys were doing 27-foot circles in this U-turn, but this is a tighter 27 feet because it's a circle, 27 feet, all the way around. But notice, that's why sometimes people have to come in here and walk this, because sometimes it doesn't compute in the brain because I don't have it all coned off. And I don't do that because I don't want you guys to feel claustrophobic. I do want you to feel the confinement of the exercise, so I have the cones in the spots where they need to be. So when you come in this exercise, let's suppose you're coming into this circle first. And you're going to make a left turn. Once again, don't rip yourself off. Once again, I tell people I want you to come right here. Put your wheel right here, and they go. And they start their turn right here. Particularly road glide people. They do it the most because they can't see the damn front wheel. So even though I'm saying, come on, they go, no, you got to be wrong, Rob. And they start here. Now, not a big deal. When I was in Ohio, there was a guy that was starting this turn extremely early. And he would make it. Then he would come into this box and not make it because he was still starting early. And I realized he was making 25-foot circles in that one because he was starting early. He just needed to know where to put his wheel. So when you guys come in here, if this is 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever it is, bring your wheel right here. And then I want you to hug these 2 cones. When you get here, now I want you to commit. All right? Don't commit all the way up here. Because if the turn's tight for you, you're not going to make it. You're giving up space. So again, put the wheel here, hug these cones, and then commit. Now, if you come into the first circle, and that's all you're going to do, come in, put your wheel where I just said, hug these 2 cones, commit, go around, and just go right back out. If you're going to do the second one too, go around, and then when you come in, now you're going to be going this way. Same thing. Come over here. Put your wheel right here. And then hug these 2 cones. And then commit. If you're not going to do another one, you could go right back out if you want. You don't have to go around the whole thing if you don't want to. It's up to you. Go right back out. But if you're going to keep going and you come around, same thing. Come up here, put your wheel right there, hug those 2 cones, and then commit. I think the only people that are going to be trying to go beyond that are Jeff, crazy, and I know Brian's going to do it. No? You said no? Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to run through it right quick, and then we'll get into it. Any questions? I'm going to ride through. I ain't running through it. Yeah, put your wheel right here. Hug these 2 cones. Commit. Hold it. Hold it. Head and eye. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I'm looking where I want to put my wheel. Hug these 2 cones. Commit. Hold it. Head and eyes. I'm looking where I want to go. Hug them. Commit. Keep it loaded. Use the rear brake if you need it. Hold it. Hold it. Head and eyes. Hug it. Commit. Hold it. Listen to my throttle. See how steady it is? Steady. Hold it. Listen to your throttles. Keep it steady. All right, you get the idea. Let me do it left and then I'm done. Do it right, you gotta do it left. You're always gonna hear more scraping going left because of the kickstands. Particularly the spring. Throttle, steady, 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 steady. All right. Now, one thing I'll tell Jeff is you can't come in here in this 18-foot circle and decide I'm not going to commit right away. You got to commit right away. Good. Adjustment. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Throttle's low. Gotta make sure you keep that speed up too. You hit a chug a lug. Those fish nets. Those fish tails. They're gonna let me know what I need to know as it pertains to his throttle. All right, here comes Jeff. Jeff he's got a goal today. His goal is this. His first turn should be a left, and it is. So that way, that'll put him on his strong side at the top of the Snowman. A right turn. Right now he's straight up. Not gonna make this 18-foot turn straight up. You gotta lean the bike. See, your bike is telling you, no, I don't want to go in there.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's early on that turn. He'll still be able to make it. There you go. All right, back out. There you go. That's how you do it. No reason for him to come in here any further. He did 27 and 25. All right, then we got Dave. I can't hear that bike at all. Okay, I hear it now. So in case you didn't know, Dave doesn't have his hazard lights on, but on his bike, when he presses the rear brake, it puts the hazards on in the rear only. Initially, it's almost like the magic strobe, and then it just goes all solid. All right. Is there a black dot you don't see? No. You just took it off of it. Yep, that's where it's supposed to be. Now, when you were in this one, you were kind of straight up. Okay. And I said to myself, if you can't be straight up in here. Head and eyes, Chris. You're looking at my cones, Chris. You're looking at my cones. Good. Too early. Nice. Keep it loaded. All the way over. All right, he's starting those turns a little too early. And that's the problem. When he came to make this turn, he started this turn right here. That's about 3 feet that he gave up. And so now that makes him have to lean more, and that's why the foot went down. He's going a little slow. If you're going too slow and you try to lean the motorcycle, you're going to feel that fall happening quick. And that's why the foot came down. Got to trust and believe. Too early, Dave. Too early. Started that turn too early. All the way over. You're turning too early. Look at all that room you're giving up. All right, so I got to be standing there so I can tell her come to me. And then she can tell me, screw you. Don't try that at home, people. But if you notice, he put his foot out. He put it way out. So even if he traveled with his foot down, it's not going to go into the saddlebag. So Garnett is still doing this exercise too slow. Hey, Garnett! You just need some more speed.
Okay.
That's why I keep feeling like you're going to fall. You're going too slow.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'll try one more time.
All right. All right. All right, hug it. Commit, 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 commit. Gotta lean it over, baby. I got it, I got it. Finesse, the challenge. This is your next challenge. I feel it in my bones. Maybe not today. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, go. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Oh, we got to make her do a right turn. Hey, Chris, come back in. Right turn. Right turn. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. That's a good speed. Keep that speed up. Good, good, good. Hold it. Hold it. I'm right here. Too early, but you got it. Lean it, lean it, lean it, lean it. It's turning too early. Now he could, if he could still make it if he leaned it more, but to keep it easy on yourself, just don't turn too early. Don't give up any space. Duck walker, duck walker. Chris was looking over her shoulder. I said duck walker. She was like, all the way over, Dave. All the way over. All the way over. Lean it. Lean it. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Lean it. Lean it. There we go. Head and eyes, Dave. Head and eyes. Look over your shoulder. Ah, you good, man. That was good. I got it.
I wanted that third circle.
You good. Oh, really?
I wanted that third one. I was just like,
Well, you got it. Good, 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 good. Head and eyes. Lean it, lean it, lean it. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Head and eyes, head and eyes, head and eyes. Right out. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Now you can breathe. Dave's coming in again. Opposite direction. Do it one side, gotta do it the other. Keep on, come on, come on, come on. Lean it, lean it, lean it, lean it, lean it. Keep it loaded. You looked at that cone. There you go, keep that lean. Nice, keep it loaded. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, that's it for the numbered exercises. Bonus time, the maze. All right, guys. Winding down. All right, no takers on the maze, so we'll skip that. I just knew Dee was going to do the maze. I said, Deb's doing the maze. I know it.
I'll see you next week. Then you can teach me the maze.
All right.
I won't be holding nobody up.
All right, so follow the leader. Always fun. Here are the rules. They're very simple. Follow the leader. The leader's going to be me. Do as I do, you'll be fine. We don't do the little league thing anymore, where you go out, we do a circle around you, and you come back in. No, it's too hot for that. You're out, you're out. All right? Pull to the middle of the parking lot where those skid marks are. We're going to do one circle around you. We're going to honk our horns. Those are the farewell horns. The ones earlier were celebratory. Bye-bye. And then we're going to keep it moving. If you put your foot down, you're out. Fall to the middle. We're going to do one circle around you and stay there. If you hit a cone, you're out. Fall into the middle. We're going to do one circle around you. If you hit the grass when we're on the concrete, you're out. If I stop to make a turn and you don't stop, you just roll through it, you're out. Middle. When we get to exercise number 4, I'm telling you now, I'm going to be right in the middle. If you decide to be over here, you're out. Pull into the middle. We're going to leave the parking lot at a certain point. If you do something there where you're out, don't leave us. Actually, yeah, you can leave us. Bye-bye. I forgot we're not doing the little league thing anymore. Right? If you grab your front brake, you're out. And you owe me 10 push-ups. All right? You may as well leave it up. Because if you pull it down, that's when this thing's going to turn into a sail. It happened to me already. Ended up almost in that pond. All right, any questions on that? All right, at a certain point, I'm going to be going very slow to try to get you to put your foot down. Probably on the sidewalk, probably in the exercise. If you're out, just get out of the way. Don't sit there and sulk, and now you're messing up the person behind you. Although, if you have to put your foot down and you're behind somebody to put their foot down, don't worry about that.
Stay in it.
Yeah, stay in it. All right?
Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked, cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just about my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind. To the videos, they thought I was a black guy. That's hard to get over. A foreigner in the sport, but I'm fully devoted. I don't take it for granted that the door's been open. I knew I was different, I knew I was chosen. A breadwinner, but I'm soft-spoken. Authentic like I'm 5950 and there's no cap. Let's have a toast to that. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the They done baptized the bad guy. Still don't follow religion. The fabric's not average. The cotton's Egyptian. 500 for the shoes come dirty, but the European. Less is more and less is the bank. Up the score, I pull up from Trike. From the tray, I'm ballin' like Trike. Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up, 10 toes stay G'd up. I'm tryna get that type of wealth, like a house on the hills can't see us. Say the money still me up, stay humble, stay teed up. I don't tell you how to live, so don't hit me with no weak stuff. And if you know the deal, then you know the deal. If it's real, then you know it's real. Toast. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the
times I felt this good on my own.
Good. All right, preloader, start your engines. On your mark. Get set. Go. Jeff, winner. Run it again. Ready. On your mark. Get set. Go. All right, Brian, did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
You remember what you rated yourself when you first came?
I do.
What was that?
A low 1.
Any change in that number?
1.25.
No, come on, man. Come on. It's always, you know. Come on.
I manage expectations that way.
Okay, right.
I feel a lot more comfortable in that leaving than I did when I got here.
Good. That's always the key. And I don't give people numbers, but I can always strongly disagree. And give me my microphone. I strongly disagree with that. Outstanding. And as a matter of fact, every exercise, I take note of everything. Every exercise I did today, who's right there? Brian. Follow the leader. Who's right behind me? Brian. Ones don't do that. They want to be all the way in the back, you know, so.
That's a long story on that.
Oh, okay. Dave, I know it's not your first time here.
No.
Enjoy yourself?
I had a great time.
And I'm very happy that Dave bought a trailer. Because sometimes we'd have practice sessions, and Dave is riding from, like Atlanta area?
Yeah, I'm north of Atlanta, about an hour north.
Yeah.
I'm 6 hours from here.
So it could be like today, it was raining there, but not raining here. And he's sick of riding in the rain, so we got a truck. Just picked up the truck yesterday, right?
Yep.
Truck, trailer's nicely outfitted. You guys should take a look. It's nice. Some stuff from the Navy?
Yep.
Yep, so very good. You remember what you rated yourself when you first came?
Yeah, a 5.
Any change in that?
I'd say probably about a 6, 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I just got a hair up my ass and thought, I'm going to try this. I had one-handed U-turn, you know. It's like, it really worked. Yeah. Yeah.
Good job. Good. And again,
fun.
the one-handed U-turn, it shows where you are confidence-wise. But of course, like I always tell you guys, and you guys, we don't do stunts and tricks out here, so I'm not going to tell you go out there and practice one-handed U-turns. But another guy that came here on a KTM, I think his name was Jeff. I can't remember. But yeah, he was out here doing stuff one-handed, no-handed, standing up, all kind of stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, good time though.
Always a pleasure to see you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, you enjoy yourself?
Immensely.
Good. It's good to have you back again, Jeff.
Thank you.
I'm sure next time you come, you're gonna have a passenger, allegedly.
Yes.
You remember what you rated yourself when you first came?
5.
Any change in that?
Still a 5. I got to work on those lefts.
Yeah,
lefts are
yeah.
the kryptonite still.
Yeah. Listen, you look very good out there. Very smooth. Again, you kill that bike on that rear brake. And the fact that you feel confident enough to come out here and practice with shorts on, listen, that's a whole nother level of confidence, right?
I thought about flip-flops. I'm like, yeah, that might not be appropriate.
Listen, whatever you're comfortable with, man.
Yeah, I noted that too. You know?
All right, the Finesses. You enjoy yourself? I'm talking to you because he's been here before.
I did enjoy myself, yes.
Good. Do you remember what you rated yourself when you came? Because I do.
A 2.
Any change in that number?
No, but I feel better about my 2.
Good. That is so perfectly worded. Because at the end of the day, that's why a lot of the times when I told you guys, all right, go take a break. Chris, where do you think you're going? Come on, let's do it again. Because if I see that she's right there on the cusp of it, I don't want her to leave. I want her to at least get it done. Get that under her belt. Goes up here. She knows I can do this. And then this happened when we did the follow the leader, when we got out there. Now, Chris I'm telling you, man, that's another thing. Follow the leader for some reason, it makes people do stuff that all day they were struggling. She made that left U-turn like it was nothing, right? Made the right U-turn like it was nothing. Then when we get out there, that's wider than this. And I don't know what happened.
I slept into neutral.
But even after that.
Oh,
yeah, so that's why I always take people out there too, because I want to show you that this is really a mental thing. Just like that practice session where I had guys making U-turns in the 18-foot box, and then in Follow the Leader, this was out in Tennessee, I did a U-turn on that bridge, and man, because the walls messed with their head. But they could do it. Will you be back?
definitely.
Definitely. I love to hear that. But if I had $1 every time somebody said definitely, and then I look back at the videos, I've never seen them again. Right? But listen, both of you guys are V.I.Preloaders and local. That's an excellent combination. So anytime I'm having something out here, yeah, if you can, because I know you travel a lot, definitely be out here. I love seeing couples that ride together, couples that practice together. That's even better, because then when they do go out and ride, everybody gonna be looking at y'all when y'all pull out an Indian, the two people that are over there, and they're looking at you like, wow, look at this, look at this. All right, always good to see you guys. Pass the mic to Garnett. Garnett did a surprise inspection today. He just showed up, you know. Garnett, before I ask you anything, have you been practicing?
A little.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is for me a metamorphosis. What I'm seeing, based on what I saw last time. I mean, you're doing great, man. Just
Thank you.
great. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
What'd you rate yourself when you first came?
A 3.
Any change in that? Hold on. I don't want to be in the camera just in case you say something ridiculous, like Brian. Any change in that number?
4.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right, whatever. All right. Hope to see you back as well. Because another guy,
yes.
V.I.Preloader, local. Pass the mic to Deb. Deb, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, I did.
Deb, what'd you rate yourself when you first came out?
A 0.
Any change in that?
A better 0.
Okay. Okay. And I hope you see the improvement that I saw. When Deb first came out here for our private lesson, and she was with her husband, and she took that Indian out from a distance, I thought it was a street glide. And I remember she was duck walking like it was no tomorrow. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? And even when she pulled up today, she did a little duck walk before she stopped, 2 feet out. But once we started doing the warm-ups, bam, it's almost like you transformed and started using the technique. So it's baby steps, right? Baby steps. There's no rush to do any of this. Some people can get it like that. Some people might take us 6 months, so whatever. It is what it is. Will you be back?
Oh, yes. And I will still be getting my private lessons.
Okay, good. Good. Well, you know, just talk to me and we'll make that happen. All right. Pleasure, guys. All right, guys. Practice session number 42. It's a wrap. 52. What did I say? 42. Oh, okay. And I'm going to leave that in, too. Thanks, Brian. And thanks, Chris. And action. Practice session number 52. Done in the books. And another great day. Again, it's a little warm, but it's not burning up. Not a cloud in the sky. V.I.Preloaders are helping me pick up the cones, and I appreciate that. Listen, guys. Now, Chris did tell me, you guys heard her say, definitely, she's going to be back out here. So I want you to count, no pressure, but I want you to count the practice sessions that happen if you don't see her. Just start counting. 1, 2, 53, 54, 50. Well, some of those are going to be in Jersey. So just to remind you guys, coming up September 3rd, I'll be in New Jersey for a practice session, a traveling practice session. That's going to be in Allenwood, New Jersey. Again, that's going to start at 9 a.m. That is already full, but if you want to be on the reserve list, send me an email. And listen, guys, even if you're not planning on participating, I still want you to come by if you want to and hang out. I always like to meet you guys, get some FaceTime. That's always a good thing. And then the following day, September 4th, I'm going to be once again in Columbia, Maryland, the Seventh-day Adventist Church. That is also full, but again, reserve list. Not too late, guys. Not too late, because you never know. People cancel for whatever reason. Life happens. And if you're next on the list, boom. All right? Okay. Other than that, guys, again, I told you guys, I did it on the live video, but I'm thinking about going to Dallas, Texas to do a traveling practice session October 8th and October 9th. If that's something you're interested in, send me an email. The email address is on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And also, guys, do me a favor. If you sent me an email and you're waiting for some information from me, check your spam folder because I'm finding that my new email address is going to a lot of people's spam or junk folder. So make sure you check that out. All right, guys? All right, anyway, that's going to do it out here. You guys know, I tell you all the time, I don't care what you ride, and I don't care how many miles you ride. If you're not out here practicing slow speed maneuvers or wherever you are, if you're not practicing that, if you're not familiar with that skill, if you don't feel comfortable with it, if you're still duck walking your motorcycle, I don't care. You're like a brand new motorcycle rider at slow speeds. Remember, in an MSF course, they teach you to walk the motorcycles while you're out there because they don't want to complicate things and have you thinking about other stuff. So if you're still doing that 20 years later, just think about that, all right? Let that roll around in your head. And if it stings a little bit, that's good. But then do something about it, right? Go out and practice, watch these videos, and then go out and practice. That's what this is all about, guys, all right? So as I always say, guys, preload and keep it loaded. And if you have time to ride, guys, you have time to practice. Until next time.
Bonus content. JT should have showed up today. Him and Kim. Hey, what am I getting? Hey. JT and Kim should have showed up today.
You don't have a microphone on. This is not a, you know.
You can voice it over.
How am I going to voice you over?
JT and Kim should have showed up today.
Were they supposed to?
No, they had a family thing.
You know how I know they weren't coming? I never got an email.
Oh, they still showed up.
Just like I don't get emails from you.
Hey, we got your email. I sent you a text.
A text, there we go.